Hello, and welcome to the Gallant Goblin Plays Blood on the Clocktower St. Patrick's Day edition. I'm not going to subject you to my awful Irish accent. I wish Eric was here. I bet Eric would have a good Irish accent. He's an improv
Wait, what
actor.
if we want to hear it?
Does anyone...
Limerick.
Writings, you're an actor. Do you have an Irish accent?
Oh, no. I don't. I usually get picked for like the southern accents. I've done a few awkward hillbilly redneck type, but no, I don't have an Irish.
I could do that one just as my natural character. Glenn, you have your SAG card. Do you have an Irish accent?
No, I'm not going to do my surprise. I'd have to think about it.
All right, well, we can bust it out later on. But yeah, Today we're just celebrating St. Patrick's Day a little bit early, but any chance to kind of dress up and have a little fun, I'm all about. This week we're joined by Jesse.
Hi, it's my birthday tomorrow, so no one kill me.
Hey,
Happy early birthday!
All right.
Someone gets to be the birthday demon. And, oh, you froze there for a second. And Aphasia.
Hello. I'm not. But my birthday's not tomorrow, so I guess you can kill me.
And Elise.
Hi, my birthday's also not tomorrow, but also you can see more Clocktower from me at Elixir Elise on YouTube.
Yay! And check our video description for more links to those. And writings.
Hello, writings, regular Clocktower player. You could, or indie actor. You can also see some of my other Clocktower experiences on Hitlist Video, as well as some film reviews and other shenanigans.
Writings, what's your favorite film you've been in?
Oh, probably one that hasn't been released yet, actually. I got to be the assistant director and producer and a supporting actor in it. It's called Heavy Duty Man. There's a pitch trailer for that that's can be found on YouTube. But I do have two newer movies coming out in about a month or two. One called Crackoon, which people seem to really enjoy when it was being like pitched on Twitter and all the TikToks and things. And then another one called Killer Camp Out 2.
Excellent. I can't wait for that. I want to see Crackoon.
I'm looking forward to it. Yes. It is a raccoon that found crack and shenanigans.
Shenanigans ensue. And we're also joined by Ariel.
Hello.
What's your favorite movie you've been in, Ariel?
Oh, the same one, actually. It's weird. Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
It hasn't come out yet, but I directed, produced, starred in, and wrote all of the movie, and it's coming out soon. So tomorrow, which is also my birthday. So.
Well,
happy birthday!
Perfect.
You're also a leprechaun.
We really can't kill Ariel tonight if we want to get a job. And SCP-20.
Hi. Hi.
Beautiful.
And
I haven't been in a movie
yet. This is your audition. And Victory Bell.
Hi. I have always been casted, and then they cut my parts.
This happens.
Yeah.
And Alex.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Is this your audition?
It's my audition for Dune Part 3.
Yes.
oh
Amazing.
I love that. And Glenn.
Well, I don't do movies. I do TV, like Hawaii Five-0. So,
Nice.
You're not joking, are you?
no.
I was going to say, I believed him.
I don't think I've
I've
ever
been
believed that
back
delivery.
for years now. But
Oh my god, I need to go look you up on IMDb. And Micah Draws.
Hello, I'm Micah, and I once actually did an Irish accent for Starfinder live play.
You want to bust it out for us?
It's been a few years, but maybe I'll bust it out a little later if I
Okay.
can.
come
Back in the
on.
Oh, come on. It's just a little lock of
try.
Irish.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Wait,
See?
Oh,
See?
someone dropped it there.
Come on.
Who are we
Micah.
offending, really? The Irish people?
Yeah.
Micah, are you like me in that you're
I feel like
only...
Rich will get out already.
Oh, sorry, Aphasia.
No, sorry, I'm just talking shit.
No, I'm out of practice with it, so it was in the before times.
Well, Micah, are you like me in that the only green shirt in your closet was a DC superhero character?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I forgot
Green
the
DC
memo.
characters. Is yours Green Arrow or?
Oh no, it's Aquaman.
Oh, Aquaman. Excellent. Yeah.
The only one I can find in
Yeah.
my closet.
I mean, are there any other green to wear? Like, I don't
there's
see
a
any
lot of
other
those. There, Green Arrow.
None at all.
Green Arrow. Green
Oh
Hornet.
no, I mean besides like DC shirts, like none of you are wearing DC shirts except me.
No, I have
Are
like
you
little
really wearing
pineapple
green?
on my shirt.
And
I'm Disney
Grady.
Marvel. I will wear
Last but not
Yoda.
least.
All right, folks. We'll go ahead and get started. We're playing a script called Curious George by Hallow today because I had a few characters that we haven't had around the Gallant Goblin in a hot minute and one or two new ones. This is an atheist script, so those are always fun. So this is going to be the first time some of our players here have encountered the atheist, so it should be very interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and hand out your characters. I will note that there's 11 players, so there should be 7 townsfolk, 1 outsider, 2 minions, and a single demon, assuming there's no atheist. Let's go ahead and pass out my characters. Make sure I counted correctly. It looks like I did. And here you go.
Oh.
All right, so I hope everybody feels good about that. I am going to go ahead and send y'all to the night phase. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Right. Welcome back. You should be able to hear me, but our players can't. Let's go through around our table and talk about a few of the little setup aspects of this particular game. Jesse gets to be our amnesiac, which is great. You don't know what your ability is. Each day, privately guess what it is. You learn how accurate you are. So for this game, since we do have an organ grinder in play and a vigor mortis, so probably no one will ever be able to see votes, I'm going to give Jesse an amnesiac ability tied to voting, because I think it would be interesting and it might be illuminating for Jesse to have some view into the voting process. So the power I've picked up for Jesse is pick a player. The next day, you learn who they voted for. Simple. So I'll wake Jesse up the next night and tell Jesse who that person voted for that they picked, and then they get to pick another person. So we're going to see how that works out. I'll post it in chat too, because I know that folks like to be able to go back and reference that. So let me go ahead and post that here in our Twitch chat. Amnesiac. A lot of people have bots for this, and I haven't set that kind of bot up, and I need to. But there we go. You can let me know what you think about that. The Savant. I hate coming up with Savant information, but it's a good challenge for me, so we're going to do it. We have a monk. We have the organ grinder who's new for our table. All players keep their eyes closed when voting, and the vote tally is secret. Votes for you only count if you vote. So it's going to be very hard to get rid of our organ grinder, and I think writings will enjoy that. Ariel's our gossip. Y'all know the gossip. Another new character we have this time is the general. Each night you learn which alignment the story believes is winning, good, evil, or neither. And it seems like a very kind of understated ability, but it can have some good effects, like when somebody gets executed in the day, if the alignment who's winning changes, it can kind of give you some clues about what kind of character they executed that day, things like that. Maybe who's poisoned. It's an interesting ability that we haven't used much at all, I don't think, on this table. So my first time, maybe. Yeah, I think it's my first time being a storyteller for that one, so I'm curious. Hey, Foxwood, it's good to see you. Yes, we haven't even talked about the vigor mortis yet. We'll get that in a second. Victory Bell is our poisoner. Victory Bell, I feel sorry for when Victory Bell is evil, because Victory Bell doesn't have an evil bone in their body. And so I think they sometimes struggle with being evil around our table, but I think we'll probably handle being a minion. It's a little less stressful than being a demon. But it's a poisoner each night. You choose a player and they're poisoned. We know that. We know our seamstress, we know our Raven's Keeper, and we know our Noble. And our demon this time is our Vigor Mortis. Each night, choose a player, they die. Minions you kill will keep their ability and poison one townsfolk neighbor. Grady can start offing Victory Bell, probably night 2, because that's our tradition, and writings early on. And then someone will get poisoned, either our monk or our gossip, or our general and our seamstress. So fun there. And it took our outsider out of this game. We would have had one outsider, now we don't. So let's set up our thing. Nothing to set up there, or a monk, or a god. Well, there actually is not a lot of setup happening here. Just our noble. And so I think that, I think I'm going to throw that on to writings over here. I think writings will be able to handle that just fine. So we're going to say writings. And who's going to want to keep on the down low? Maybe Elise will probably want to keep on the down low. And, who else would be interesting? I think I will say, I'm thinking about Glenn as our Raven Keeper. Yeah, maybe Glenn. I think that seems good. Glenn, I don't know if Glenn is good at keeping on the down low, so that's going to be fun. All right, so I'm happy with that. And I think that's about all the setup we really have to do. I had another script in mind today for with an amnesiac, but I'm going to save that till next time because I really want Malachi and some of that group to be here in Kaza when we do that one. So they're off traveling and working tonight, so we don't have that particular group around us, but we're gonna save something special for them when they come back. As you can tell, there is no atheist in this script around the table, so they don't have to worry about that. We do have evil characters. Let's go do our setup, shall we? I'm going to check my first night script just to make sure. Yeah, so poisoner. Yep. All right. All looks good. Let's go do it. Hello.
Well, today was a mistake.
Sorry. It should be an interesting one though. So your minions are Writings and Victory Bell. So I think you'll be in good shape. And
what about our bluffs?
Oh yeah, let me see if I can give you some fun bluffs. I will give you. Well, you have one built-in bluff because you know that because you are evil, that there's no atheist in play. So keep that in mind. That is kind of a built-in bluff for you. But I will also give you Fisherman. I will give you Artist. And I will give you... probably give you Flower Girl with the interesting jinx. You can check the jinx for Flower Girl because there, if there is an organ grinder in play, you will need to check that out. If players, when they do the nominations, the Flower Girl learns how many times a demon voted. So that would be different too. You can also note the outsider count should have been 1. But because Vigor Mortis is -1, there's potentially no outsiders in play. So you can think about if you want to bluff outsiders as well, which might be an option too. Since there should be no outsiders in play, I don't think there's anything else on the script that would alter the outsider count.
Godfather.
Oh, the Godfather would. So yeah, you might want to check that. But otherwise, that's about it. So that might be something to think about too. All right, you good?
Sure.
All right, good luck.
That's to like.
Hello.
You didn't garden this, did you?
I did not. You would see if I did. Are you okay with the organ grinder?
Oh, I'm fine with it. I just feel sorry for any potential Flower Girl.
Well, we shall see about that. Your demon is Grady. Grady is my partner, so treat him well.
Oh, cool.
And your fellow minion is Victory Bell.
Victory Bell.
Down at the bottom of the screen there.
Right. Duly noted.
All right, this should be fun.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see if a Vigor kills me outright after what I said, or if I have to find out when I want to kill myself.
Yep. So we'll see how it plays out. Let me know if you have any questions.
Alrighty.
Cheers.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
Evil twice in a row, I think.
Yes, yeah.
I'm just seeing the ribbon in your hair now that we got you on the big screen, on the big video. Yeah, you're looking cute today. I like it.
I stole it from my niece.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'll give it back. Let me give you your minion information. Your demon is Grady. And your fellow minion is Writings.
Ooh, good team.
Yeah, I think so. I can go ahead and get your poisoning choice if you're ready.
Okay. Well, it was going to be Grady.
Rude. So probably not the best choice, but...
Yeah.
What would you like?
Let's do Messy B.
All right, I'll take care of it. Good luck, Victory Bell. Hey,
Hi.
you have my favorite character.
I'm so excited. It's
This
going to
should
be
be
so
fun.
interesting.
I would recommend trying to stay alive as long as you can. Usually good for the amnesiac. Oh, my computer's making all sorts of notification noises, which is annoying. So here's how it's going to work. I need you to pick a player around our table.
One player. That's what I'm going to be doing.
So just pick a player and let me know who you pick.
Okay. See if I should be strategic or if I'm just going to... I'm going to pick Aphasia.
Okay, you pick Aphasia. I think I have a token. There we go. Sweet. All right, that is all. Come talk to me during the day tomorrow to start asking questions about it.
Okay.
About your power. So you can ask a question any way you want to. If you want to like phrase it as "Is my power?" and you can like list an entire power, or if you want to do something along the lines of "Does my power relate to alignments or relate to this?" You know, you can start off with a broad question and narrow it in later as you go, or you can start off with a very specific question. It's however you want to tackle it.
Cool.
All right. Well, good luck. Cheers.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hi.
You are our seamstress. Would you like to use it today? Tonight?
Yeah, heck yeah. You know what? I'm an easy target. People fucking go for me. So I'm going to just use it first night so that people don't fucking poison me.
That's fair. Of course, if there is a poisoner out there, they may have already poisoned you. I'm just saying.
Oh man, I hope I just am not an Eric or a Ryan Terry right now.
Exactly. We'll find out at the end of the game. But yeah, go ahead and make your pick if you want to.
Okay, people, if you're watching back on this, I'm small potatoes. Don't go after me. Don't at me. I want to know if Glenn and Aphasia Speaks are the same alignment.
Okay, you look at Glenn and Aphasia Speaks, and you learn that, yes, they are the same alignment.
Ooh, okay, cool.
All right. All right, I will wish you luck.
Thank you.
Low
Okay,
stress
bye.
game for you now. You've done your thing. You're riding easy.
I made all my clothes. I've tailored them. I'm good.
I do want to know what you made for both Glenn and Aphasia Speaks, as they probably have the most different wardrobes around this table. So that's you can be thinking about that, what you made for both of them, and let us know.
I will. I have to think about how I do that. Okay, see you, Theo.
Sweet. Good luck. Hey.
Hello.
Mr. Noble.
Yes,
How are you?
hello. I am ready for my evening tea.
Thank you for stepping out of your noble parties to walk amongst us filthy commoners. But allow me to tell you about 3 people. Oh, thank you for the follow, Helza. Let me tell you about 3 people that you've met in your noble shenanigans around town.
Yes.
3 people that you have met, only one of whom is completely evil, is a complete piece of shit, is either...
Such language.
I know. One of these people, and only one of these people, is a piece of shit, and that is either Elise or Ridings or Glenn.
Very good. I shall conduct my investigation presently.
As any noble would. I would definitely pass that little task along to your underlings. Delegate.
Oh yes, the peasants. That is a good job for them. Especially if I get murdered in the night by some suspicious figure.
You do want to get the riffraff out of here though, as soon as possible.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Good luck,
well, thank
Micah.
you. Very good, sir.
Tally-ho. Hello.
Oh my god, I hope I didn't leave you waiting for too long.
No, I just now clicked it.
Oh my god, oh my gosh, because I was just browsing on my phone. Okay.
All right,
who's winning?
You're the general, which is the first time we've had this role at our table. Yeah, and we have an actual general at the table, but that's neither here nor there. You don't know that story? I'll tell you that story later. Yes, each night you learn which alignment the storyteller believes is winning, good, evil, or neither. And so here's what, just to kind of give you a baseline to go from. Generally, at the beginning of a game, a storyteller will generally say that good is probably at least winning a little bit. Generally in the setup, because good has more players, good has more information coming in. So usually at this point in the game, we would say good is slightly winning, unless something has happened. So I'm going to tell you that I think evil is slightly winning right now.
Okay.
So you have to figure out what that means. And then each night that you stay alive, you get this information again, and things will change. And you can use that information to interpret things that happened that last day, like who got executed. You know, if you executed an evil player, maybe I'll tell you like things have improved and good is doing better. You know, all this kind of stuff.
Honestly, that makes me think that it's a Vortox game because I feel like that's like the hardest demon. Oh God!
So yeah, you can think about that as well. Like, does that mean it's a Vortox? Because it's something different than you would expect. I mean, that's a legit thought. So something to consider and to go around your table and see if other people's information is not making any sense. And if you think everybody's information is not making sense, then maybe you started to narrow down who the demon is or what the demon is. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions, and don't forget you can always click the little wiki to get more information about the general knowledge.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Bye.
Today's video is brought to you by Hit Point Press. The deck of many animated 5e reference cards can bring even more magic to your games, and they make fantastic gifts. Get animated spell cards, condition cards, or townsfolk NPCs. You can even get in-game items like the Deck of Illusions and the Deck of Many Things. Get your deck of many animated cards using the info icon in the corner or in the doohickey down below.
Is there a nano thing going on now?
Well, we'll find out in a little while, but I will say top of the morning to you. I didn't even try to do an Irish accent. I don't want to offend all our Irish viewers out there.
I think they're fine.
Haven't the Irish been through enough? No. I will say that the luck of the Irish has run out for me, and I am dead. Please solve my murder. Good luck, everybody.
Oh, so you're already dead, so we win.
Oh, if it's an atheist, maybe.
He feels
He's the non-believer. He's the atheist, and you still got to.
So if you're evil, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yeah, if you're evil, if you could just tell everyone, that'd be great.
Well, I mean, I can speak to this.
If you know there's.
I'm just going to throw out there, I'm the noble. I got first night information that Elise, Riding, or Glenn is evil. So.
Ooh, spicy.
Hey, wait, one more time?
Elise, Ridings, or Glenn is evil.
Or Glenn.
Wow, just
obviously Vortox. Let's go with
it. It could be.
I can't hear anything you're saying.
Oh no! How come?
Okay, no, your volume's fine now.
Oh, okay. I'm the poisoner. Oh, I guess maybe I shouldn't be secretive when I do.
Yeah.
It won't pick up on the mic. And you?
Yeah. So I'm the Vigor Mortis, and the bluffs are Fisherman, Artist, or Flower Girl. But you can also probably safely take Atheist or any of the outsiders, unless Writings is the Godfather, which I will check in a bit.
Do make sure you know all the implications of Atheist if you take that as a bluff.
Yeah.
It's gonna warn
you will die, probably.
Well, even if you do, it doesn't super matter, but you have to be contending that there's no evil players out there. You know, make sure you know kind of what all that Atheist stuff is, because that is a good way to win, but you have to make sure you know how to get that out there. And you have to be spotting like rules, weirdness, and stuff like that. Okay.
But otherwise, yeah, just poison whoever seems powerful. Not Micah, since Micah is a first night roll.
3 for 3 that like you don't you aren't. I feel that people like
that I'm not, or
you're
that I
not.
like,
yeah.
Oh, so the 3 that I'm not. Okay.
The 3 that you're not, but like if you're claiming to be a good townsfolk, you can tell me which 3 good townsfolk you're not. Oh no.
Somebody ran away.
I think they ran away.
Because I'm what?
I said you're cool.
Oh. Thanks. Okay, well, I'll let you know if I find out anything. So, toodles.
Oh. So, quick updates.
Sure.
I am the Vigor Mortis.
Cool.
And bluffs are Fisherman, Artist, and Flower Girl.
Fisherman, artist, and flower girl. Excellent. What do you plan on being?
I haven't fully thought it through yet, honestly. Maybe fish or what are you?
I'm the organ grinder.
Oh, okay.
So I can't die unless I vote for myself to die, or you kill me.
I feel like it would be fitting writings if you were now bluffing Flower Girl after all that.
I thought about that, but that is the only informational role that's continuous. So Grady might I would probably pitch that for Grady myself, but whatever he feels the most comfortable with.
That's so much to keep track of.
Well, no, because I'm alive. You get to just say all sorts of random shit and just lie, and people could just feel sorry for you.
Because
you
nobody
don't get
can
any information because I'm around.
Well, okay, yeah.
Yep. And it's hard for anybody to verify if your information's legit or not. So
yeah,
think about it.
Well,
if you
I get a little
you did
extra
sort of get a 4 for 3 because someone.
And you know,
didn't
if I
reveal-
don't gossip either, unless did I put that in my thing? No, I didn't. If I don't gossip, then
like Grady's too quiet to be evil if writings use evil. Oh.
Right.
Hey.
Hello.
I just want to make sure you were cool with gossip and you understood that role.
Yes.
I should have come to you last night. I don't know.
No, that's okay.
Okay. I didn't know if we had done that role with you in the game yet. And kind of how gossip works.
People claim to. Yes, Malachi was it last time.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that you were good to go.
Thank you.
All right. Cheers. I'll let you get back to it.
That's all I've got. Theo, you keep hopping at the very end of our conversation.
That's okay. I'm just hopping around. I'll hop somewhere else.
And it's not me, so it's a 50-50.
Well, we both got called out, so
we did.
And so yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that.
That's fair enough.
Already given your information.
Yeah.
So you might be a.
Hey. Hi, it's in your here for some information.
I am.
All right, I have not thought about this at all. So let me take a look around our table. Okay. I will say that either both of your neighbors are good, or a first night only character was poisoned last night.
Oh, okay. So either both my neighbors are good, or a first night character got poisoned last night. Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you. All
right, good luck.
Again, the noble called out Elise, Riding, or myself as the evil one. So it's not me.
Okay.
So we're just trying to figure that one out.
Okay.
But we noted early on, so Riding, Ariel, and I were the only ones kind of left out. So we figured we're not evil because otherwise we would have.
But right now I don't have anything to support that other than her word.
Well, Elise has told me that she's not the flower girl, the savant, or the amnesiac.
Okay, that lines up with the information I have.
Okay.
But like I said, other than that and what you just told me, all I have is her word.
Okay.
That's my guess. Yeah, so I'm going to gossip that. We're just discussing my future gossips.
Yep.
And Jesse gave me no information. So.
That's how this game works sometimes.
I don't have a lot of information to give.
Okay.
So we'll have some fun gossips going on. I'm excited.
Yes. Okay, I guess I'll go back to the center thing.
Hard early on.
It's so hard.
Hey,
hello.
I just wanted to remind you about coming to ask your question. You don't have to, but just wanted to remind you. So, would you like to ask a question? I'll give you the hint too that when people see you coming to talk to me, like they might think you're the amnesiac, or the fisherman, or the artist. So there's a few characters out there that do that. Or you might just have a rules question, which is fair too, especially with a
I bluffed to someone that I'm the fisherman.
What's that?
I think I bluffed to someone that I was a fisherman. I didn't even read what it did.
That's okay. A lot of tables that are a little bit more experienced will watch who's talking to the storyteller. I don't think our table does that quite as much, so it's probably not a big deal. But just when you're doing your bluffs, if you're going to be talking to me every day.
Yeah.
But yep, do you have a question?
Okay. Does it have to do with if someone dies or not?
I'll say you're cold.
Cold, okay.
All right, I gotta have a conversation with somebody else. Good luck.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, how does it work if I poison another minion?
Then their ability won't function.
For the next day?
Yeah, as long as they're poisoned. Yeah, their ability doesn't work.
Okay.
I would check with them first before doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how that would work. Yeah, just like anybody else, you can stop their ability from working. There's occasional times when that might be useful. Probably not most of the time, but it should be interesting.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck.
Writing is something.
Something.
Yes.
Oh no, there's another kobold.
Oh yeah, you killed
The green one, to be
I love
particular.
it.
kobold.
Are you bringing any?
How come your cobalt? How come your ship is a different color than mine, or is it just your camera?
This is my camera.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Camera,
everybody looks
probably.
blue.
Mine's
Your
wearing a
ship
different outfit, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Yours is like a sage green, and I'm like, oh, I want a sage green.
My camera has like a weird greenish tint to it, like if you noticed on me, like compared to my other camera here. I have two cameras, one for
look of the
Twitch and one
Irish.
for. Anyway, welcome back to the town square where we celebrate kobolds. I'll give you.
Getting into the technical stuff about it.
There is a gossip on the script, so if you would like to gossip, please raise your hand, and I will go around the table and collect the gossips, starting at the 12 o'clock position with Jesse.
Oh no, I have to go first. Okay.
You have to gossip in an Irish voice.
Oh no.
You don't actually.
I'm gonna gossip that last night someone got incorrect information, so false information.
Oh.
Okay. One thing I do want to point out too while we're going through this, as you're considering a Vortox game, remember that a gossip will function correctly because a gossip isn't gaining information. It is something that happens, like people die, so it's not affected by the Vortox as some of the other information gathering characters are. That out of the way, Elise.
I would like to gossip that Micah is good.
All right. Writings.
I would like to gossip that we have an atheist.
Ooh, spicy.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, let's get it done quick, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't know yet.
Ariel.
One way to
That's
find
something
out.
an evil person would want us to do.
There's no
I'd
evil in an atheist game.
True.
I'd like to gossip that Elise is evil.
All right.
Oh shoot.
Got it. Victory Bell.
I would like to gossip that there is more than one outsider.
There's more than one outsider. Okay. Alex.
I'd like to gossip that the demon is the one half of the circle
God.
from Jesse
Oh my
to Messy. I know, I went there.
From Jesse to who?
The Messy.
From Jesse
Jesse
to
to
Messy.
Messy.
Which half?
Maybe the left or right
But
half.
not the other, or like.
Yeah, do you want to go to the right? So you're
Oh, so, yeah, demon is on our right from
Okay.
Jesse to Messy.
Including them.
At least writings are Ariel.
okay, including Jesse and Messy. Okay.
Including.
Also, From Jesse to Messy is my favorite sequel from Justin to Kelly.
Oh, God.
From Jesse to Messy would be so much better.
Aw.
Grady.
I want to gossip that there is no drunk.
There is no drunk.
Ooh.
All right. Oh, I think that if we did have it from Jesse to Messy, there should be a raccoon in that movie as well. I think
Oh,
that would be-
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's it for gossips. You can feel free to gossip later on if you think of something good. But otherwise, I'll go ahead and say continue public conversations, but nominations are open.
wild.
All right. So no
We need to
cannibals,
nominate
no
someone.
undertakers.
Should we just nominate one of Micah's pings?
Yeah.
Well, we could.
Well,
Mike is
or
already.
do the first.
Micah's
He's done his thing,
Nice.
so he's a safe kill.
Spoken like
But I think
somebody
Micah's
who
good.
wants to.
Elise, what makes
Well-
you think Mike is good?
Vibes.
Valid.
Based off of vibes, I'm not getting a demon reading, so like
Vibes off of Jesse and
I-
Messi.
Feel like I'm only comfortable killing one of the noble pinks today, and even then, I don't really want to, because if it doesn't work, they're probably going to turn it on me. So, what if we don't kill a noble pink today? Because there's a 2 in 3 chance that you hit a good person instead, and we shoot in the dark elsewhere.
Or
Well,
Vortox,
we're-
and we're all good.
I think we're saying, at least,
even-
is that Micah doesn't serve a purpose anymore in being the noble.
Wait, I don't
He
understand.
serves a
Why-
purpose. That's not being the noble.
Glenn,
Wait, you got 3.
Glenn, there's a nicer way to say that. He's
Yeah.
possibly food for the Vortox.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, let me give the stage to Victory Bell for a second. I think Victory Bell had a question real fast.
In the script.
Victory Bell?
Third person.
Sorry, I think Victory Bell had a question.
Who was the third person?
It was Elise, Writings, or Glenn. One of them is evil.
And sorry, Alex, I spoke over you.
No, we should execute. And so there are 4 possibilities right now on the script, which is Micah, Elise, Writing, or Glenn. And so,
Why not somebody else?
I was gonna be like, the whole board is
Why do
available.
you want to
man.
die?
does anyone else have information they want to provide? Because that's the only information we have right now.
Second call.
I nominate
Alright.
Micah.
Okay, Messi nominates Micah. Messi, state your case.
Micah, your power has been spent. You even told me that you would be a safe sacrifice. So I just really want to ensure that we don't get vortoxed. And I'm not playing around with that. So I'm going to sacrifice
also, if
you.
you are noble, down with the monarchy.
Yes.
Down with the
What she said.
Micah, you've been accused of photoshopping pictures. How do you respond?
Please.
Well, I am
Oh.
not Princess Kate, so I think these accusations are preposterous. And I dare say I just came to this hoping to have a good time, and now I'm being maligned by the peasants of this world. So kill me if you must, you still won't get to eat cake.
Call me a peasant, you have to die.
Yes.
All right.
Peasant.
It is 6
I have
votes
to have
to
an
put
organ
Micah
grinder.
on the block, starting now.
And now we see if there's.
I will not be voting on this. I actually think Mike is a
The
good
vote
vote.
will be
Flavor.
secret.
vote
Oh my
is
god, there's
secret.
no secret.
I think Mike should just
Oh
say.
my
Okay.
god.
Well,
So no atheists then.
Well, we don't know that.
There's an evil.
Oh my god, there's
could
an
be a good
organ
organ
grinder out there.
Hey, wait. So
So does
No,
that
we-
mean I'm
wait.
not on the block now?
if
You
there's,
don't know.
if there's an atheist, can
Oh,
you still
okay.
like?
We don't know.
'Cause you're breaking the rules, right?
Elise
So can't
nominates
you-
Glenn.
All right, Elise nominates Glenn.
can't-
Elise, state
Um,
your case.
One of them.
Well, we don't know if we got Micah or not. I truly think we should keep Micah alive. I think Micah's a good player. Based on what I've heard from the claim of Writings, not kind of keen to kill Writings, but Glenn, look, if you're in a noble ping, you're probably going to stay alive. So we should kill you now.
Well,
Wait. Now you're having us compare Glenn to Micah. But Glenn is
want
also
the-
a good
the
player.
Micah pings to die.
I disagree. I think Glenn might be evil.
Glenn, state your
Okay.
defense.
That is your reason.
Oh.
Well, I actually have a very useful role that happens at night. That
They all say.
Yeah, it's called
Well,
killing
is-
people.
I will. Okay, so I mean, I'll go ahead and I can disclose that I'm the Ravens Keeper, as I've told a couple of people already. So you're going to lose out on information if you kill me off.
All right, it is.
Whereas
Oh.
Micah has already done his info. So
It's an unknown number of votes to be put on the block. Here we go.
This
I
is
will vote for
why.
this.
This
I love
organ grinder is cool.
If Glenn's going to claim Ravenkeeper and probably stay alive till the end of the game, I think we get more information killing the noble pings earlier. I don't mind dying early as well, but not today.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Oh, I hate that we don't know.
I'd like to nominate Ridings.
Okay.
Oh.
Alex, state your case.
It's just in the noble ping. Elise, Ridings, Micah. I don't know. Elise is giving me confused vibes, but I'm gonna explore that later. I just want to put Ridings on the block and just see what his defense is.
Okay, Ridings, you've been accused of associating with weird-looking raccoons. What do you have to say?
I'm definitely associated with weird-looking raccoons. I don't think I'd be a great kill, but choose your own fate is what I say.
All right. Starting your countdown.
Hardly an argument is a very strong argument.
Ridings, did you lie to me into what you claimed?
It's in my threes.
I will vote on this then.
Okay.
Oh shit.
All right. Do what you gotta do.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm cool with day one re-racks. I've never had a problem with it.
Okay. Last call for nominations.
I nominate Elise.
Hey, Jesse.
Might as well get them all in there.
Jesse, tell us your reasoning.
That was it. Might as well get them all in there.
All right, Elise, that's a strong case against you. It's an inclusive environment. They want to make sure you feel included.
I really appreciate that. I thank you for including me in the group. I am I might as well out it. Like, I am the monk. I've told people quite openly today, and I think that being in a noble ping and being framed as suspicious might leave me alive to save people in the night. So if evil's gonna vote on this, sure, but town can keep me alive and I can actually save some people.
All right, running the vote.
That is true. She did claim monk to me right away.
Yeah.
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 Interesting.
All right, that vote is completed. Last call.
Can people only nominate?
It doesn't even show you who's
Both.
5.
nominated on the block.
Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1. And the voting is closed. And Micah is executed.
I win.
Dies.
Whoa.
Everybody goes to sleep.
Crazy.
Alex chose Glenn and Aphasia in the night on night 1 for seamstress ability and learned that they were on the same team. I was noting that Jesse, the amnesiac, whose ability is pick a player, the next day you learn who they voted for. They will learn that Aphasia voted for Micah and Ridings. And our gossip did not have a successful gossip, so that will not go through. I didn't write down what the gossip was, though. Oh, I think that it was Elise is evil. I'm going to write that down for my wrap-up later. And Elise is not evil. And yeah, I think that is where we stand. And I was also talking about how everybody's very open with their roles in this game. We have Elise coming out as a monk. We have Glenn coming out as a raven keeper. We have, who was it? Oh yeah, Micah coming right out as a noble. So very interesting. Okay. So, yeah, let us... The Amity ability should be posted up above. The Amity ability is pick a player. The next day, you learn who they voted for, since we have an organ grinder who's likely going to be functional for the entire game. All right, let's go do our rounds. All right. Did you gather information to figure out who you want to poison today?
Yeah, a lot of choices.
A lot of people are being pretty out there with their claims, too, so...
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go with Elise.
Okay, makes sense to me. All right, I wish you luck.
You can send it.
Hello.
I'm having a dilemma because my plan all day was to protect Micah in the night because I felt like Micah was going to be a good target. So now I really need to reevaluate who I'm going to kill. I mean, not kill. Fuck. Protect. Sorry. Who am I going to protect?
Freudian slip there.
Right?
You're ready to be evil.
I'm really torn. I think that Ariel's a gossip. I don't know where Alex is, but I don't think I should protect Alex. Victory Well might be an outsider worth protecting. Aphasia doesn't want to tell me what they are. And Grady, I think, is evil. So I'm thinking I either shoot in the dark and protect Jesse, or Victory Bell and hope that we don't have a Moonchild or Barber thing going off. I'm going to say Victory Bell so I have an excuse to talk to him tomorrow.
All right. I will take care of it for you. I wish you good luck. Hello.
This is so complicated. like, I had an idea of what to do, and then like I talked to Writings and Elise, and they told me all these things, and I was like, I don't even know what this strategy is.
Yeah, the things that I think to think about with the Vigor Mortis, like, it certainly is tempting to kill minions early, because then you get extra uses out of them. But also, it takes away their ability to nominate, which can be kind of important later on. And people, I don't know, if they have sus on them already, like, it can lead to more sus since there's a Vigor Mortis possibly in the game. But I don't know how. I feel like our table doesn't often think about which demon, which minions are necessarily in play. The other thing that you can remind them too is that if it is an atheist game, the fact that there's an organ grinder apparently functional doesn't necessarily mean that it's not an atheist.
I was going to ask that in public later
because I can break the rules. I will often pretend that things are happening when they're not. So you can mention that if you want to.
So I guess I'll kill Alex.
Okay. All right. We'll take care of it.
All right.
All good?
Yep.
Okay, good luck. Pulling you out of the conversation there. Sound like an interesting one.
I'm so excited.
Okay. You learn Micah and Writings. Please pick a name. Please pick a player.
Wait, what?
So you learn Micah and Writings.
Oh.
Now please pick a player.
Oh, so many things are happening. Okay. At this point, since I don't know a lot, my strategy is to go around the circle. So I think I'm gonna pick Elise.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Good luck.
Oh, wild. Okay, thanks.
You could. I'm starting to do society games. You can learn about that.
You cut yourself off right in the middle.
Yeah, I
there.
know. They're gonna be like, Brian had to leave the chat. What is he going on with him? Okay,
well, I'll make it quick then for you. I'll just say that tonight you learned that good is slightly winning. So you've gone from evil slightly winning to good slightly winning, and so you can decide what that means.
You just play with my emotions like they're toys.
Hey, at least it's swinging back in your favor.
Thanks. Bye.
Good luck.
Began when they created.
Wow. I know that
see that in the light of day.
Now I'm not going to get
controversial notes. I will
Again?
say that
Spicy takes, hot takes.
Alex did not make it through the night.
No.
To be fair, I thought the birthday girl was going to be dead.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew
the
that
birthday them is not going to die.
Sorry, birthday them. I apologize.
Theo, did I call it or did I call it?
Birthday?
Okay, so I am the seamstress, and I checked Aphasia and Glenn, and they are of the same alignment. So either I got Vortox, I could be wrong, but that's the information I have. So that's more reason, I guess, to either, kill Glenn or Aphasia or whatever, or either kill Writings and Elise.
Or you can look at the opposite, that probably we're both good, and
there is a possibility that either Glenn and Aphasia are both good, Glenn and Aphasia are both evil, or Elise and Writings are either good or evil. That's the possibilities I offer you.
I don't think
narrowed it down.
Aphasia and Glenn didn't talk the first day, right?
No.
At least I didn't write it down.
No.
So they wouldn't have gotten much done if they were both evil, right? Wouldn't they have had to have spoken to each other a little bit if one of them
I
was...
love, Ariel, that you watch people jump into chat.
Yeah, I have them all written down.
It's so wild.
Yeah, the only time I was with Glenn was in the open circle, but other than that was barely.
But it points to, to pick two random people, the odds are they're going to be good.
Yeah.
I know I'm good, so then I'm assuming now Glenn is good, so...
Yeah.
There's also a poisoner on the script. Also, remember, there's also a poisoner on the script.
And there's also an atheist on the script.
Yeah, so the question about the atheist game
well,
is...
okay,
but
also...
atheist if there's an organ grinder.
Also, Alex got her information about Glenn and Aphasia first night. I'm pretty sure because she told me yesterday.
You can be poisoned for great.
Oh, you can?
Okay. You can be poisoned first. Yeah.
The poisoner can poison on first night, and they usually go for like people who are more like opinion shapers of the group, which I would think that Alex kind of is, because they do talk a lot and
I can't help it.
But it does. I mean, it does say that Micah could have been poisoned on the first read.
That's possible too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's a Vortox and we're all wrong.
I mean, nothing's ever 100% in this game, right? You can always.
Well, I mean, has anyone gotten any
figure out a way
information
that
that's like clearly wrong that would help eliminate a Vortox world?
Yeah.
So I was the flower girl, and I got a 2 last night.
Got a 2.
You got a 2?
You got a 2?
So that means the demon voted twice.
How does the demon vote twice?
So out of like the 5, out of the 4, there's 4 nominations yesterday.
Oh,
so out
I
of
see.
The 4 nominations, the demon voted twice.
So I was just thinking though that like, assuming Micah is the noble and good, it makes sense that the demon would vote there. But then all 3 noble pings got voted on as well. But so why would the demon only vote for one of them?
Well, I mean, you could do like what I did. I just voted for Micah, and I didn't do any of the votes because that's the one I wanted to go, right?
Well, there was four nominations, so you could just voted. The demon could have voted on 2 of them.
Sure, but you have, Alex, you got to remember all the subsequent ones have to beat the number before, right?
It doesn't matter. What the number is. It's just how often the demon voted is what I understand.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of puts
okay, we're good.
That puts suspicion on Elise.
It sure does.
I mean,
but
it's
we
possible.
Also thought Micah was good.
Like, I don't, the noble ping doesn't.
It's keeping track of all the people that were talking the first day, and Elise was the first of the noble pings to go and like into a private conversation.
Okay, so you think Elise?
So if Elise is evil, now
dies, which the demon wouldn't necessarily want.
True.
So that kind of makes sense too. It just struck me as a little weird.
I think it points to, though, it doesn't help to just go have a whole bunch of, let's not nominate everybody because it's not accomplishing anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't really gain info because everybody suspicious was nominated.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping they would stop at some point, so the number would.
Yeah, me too. I know.
Welcome, Juju. How are you doing, Nessie?
Good. I'd love storyteller to Elise because I really don't trust her, so I'm just making sure. It seems like I'm doing a storyteller question.
Oh, you bluff storyteller. That's a interesting one to bluff.
So I can do that and then look like I wasted my power, so I don't seem like a target.
Do you
to
mean
a demon,
fisherman? What are you saying? Which one are you bluffing?
Storyteller.
I'm the storyteller.
No, I mean the artist. Okay. Artists, storytellers.
Okay.
That would be crazy.
What is your artist question?
Storyteller to her, she's just like, okay. Anyway, so I bluffed artists. That's what I meant. Artists are storytellers. So I bluffed artist, and I'm making it seem like I'm using my artist power, so I'm not targeted because I feel like the general is going to become useful.
Okay.
In deciding what kind of game it is. So, and I don't trust her. So.
All right. I got another thing coming in. So, bye.
Say.
Hello.
Hi. I'm gonna make a wild guess.
Make a wild guess.
So, is my power that whoever I choose the night before, the next night I learn who is the same alignment as them?
You are cold.
Cold, okay. There was like a little thing that was happening in my brain where it was like,
I'll give you just a little bit of advice too, since you're first time amnesiac too. Generally, and this is not always the case, but generally storytellers are going to try to craft an amnesiac ability around the particular game being played. So it won't be like a super generic ability. Sometimes it can be, but it'll be like something specific to the game that's being played around this table. Does that make sense? And so, you know, think about that as you're going through.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
I did a fun one. We'll see what happens.
Stay alive.
Thanks.
We'll have had a chance to get some information during the night, I'm presuming.
Well, that makes the Alex kill even more interesting, because if they are a once per game, I mean, maybe the demon didn't know that, like we didn't know that.
I don't know how the demon would know that, but at least, like I said, Alex.
So
Right. So we are concluding that since there's an organ grinder in this game, there cannot be an atheist.
Correct.
Potential.
Let me say something real fast. In an atheist game, the storyteller can simulate the effects of minions and demons. There will still be deaths in the night. There will still be like the effects of minions out there, because I can break the rules. So oftentimes
you can affect. I didn't know you could do an organ grinder as a fake proxy on the tool.
You can do whatever in an atheist game. I can do whatever I want. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I did not know that was an option. Okay.
So all that.
Wow.
All right, I just want to put that out there.
I was betting the machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, that stuff is out there. There's ways to do that in the system. So
Okay.
just letting y'all know that.
All right. Thank you for clarifying, because I was thinking, well, if there's an organ grinder mechanic going on, then there obviously isn't an atheist.
I'll make sure I say something publicly, but yeah, just want to make
That's
sure.
Cool. Okay.
With those rules questions, I want to make sure they're clear. I'll let y'all talk.
Okay.
So I think so too.
So
I
I'm
think
like
so, as
so
well,
happy
yeah.
just outing who I am, because if they want to kill me, like great, then other people in the noble pings look more suspicious.
Exactly.
For themselves when they were on the nomination block. And at first, when we were first doing the votes, they were really against voting for Micah. So that makes sense. They voted for Glenn and they voted for Ryan.
And as the general, I learned that
Somebody comes back with some info, but I'm just looking at all the other things that all the plays we have out there, like the general maybe that would be interesting.
Okay, well, Elise is. I'm the gossip. Elise is good. I'm the gossip. Elise is good because I said Elise was evil. No one else died.
Oh, okay. Well, then you know what to do next. Then
I do.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That's a great tell. Yeah, I like that era. Good tactic.
I mean that tracks with the monk claim, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's why I didn't say demon. I just said evil because I figured that would roll out more.
Yes. Yeah. No, that was a good play.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks,
A
guys.
little limiting, but I think it works.
Okay, yeah, and that's valid even if the Vortex is in play. So
Grady, you're the flower girl.
Now she can just.
Now,
keep doing
to
that
be
every
fair,
turn.
if there is an atheist in play, the gossip can be cheated, and they could just not kill, not kill, as they see fit.
I do think that maybe it doesn't make, because nobody's claimed atheist yet, which normally.
We know there's a organ grinder, so
yeah.
Well, Theo just corrected me that he can simulate an organ grinder if he wanted to.
Yeah.
I thought that was not available to do in the client.
Oh.
No,
well, I guess we'll
no.
when,
really?
He wouldn't.
Ooh, there's a timer now. Ooh.
No, I mean, the last time Theo was
I like the timer, yeah. That's cool.
atheist, like, he did that whole, like, there was, like, that demon.
Hello.
Hello.
Just wanted to remind you, if you got my little text there. All right, so your information today is that both an artist and a seamstress have already gotten their information this game. That's one thing.
Who's the seamstress? Okay.
Both the artist and the seamstress have gotten their information for this game because they're both once per game abilities. Or, last night, a minion chose a townsfolk, and that townsfolk chose the same minion. Does that make sense?
Wait. So a minion chose a townsfolk, and a townsfolk
with their
chose the
ability,
same.
and that townsfolk chose that minion with the same ability, or with their ability. So they picked each other.
Okay.
So either the artist and the seamstress have both used their one spur game abilities, or last night a minion chose a townsfolk and that townsfolk picked that minion with their abilities, with their respective abilities.
Got it. Okay.
It's a lot to put together.
All right, cool. It's a lot to put together.
All right. And remember, if it's a Vortox game, in a Vortox game, the Savant is the most important character out there, really, because you know that both of your pieces of information would be incorrect. And so you can put that to good use. So just want to make sure you keep that in mind for Vortox, if that's out there.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Good luck.
Yes, the confirmed good on the. Nah, I find it
I
sketchy.
talk a lot writings. It's because I talk a lot.
All right. Raise your hand if you'd like to gossip. We're an orderly gossiping group around here. We're going to start at the bottom this time. We'll start with Victory Bell. Victory Bell, do you have a gossip?
Come back to me.
Okay, we'll come back to you. We'll go up to Grady.
I want to gossip that we. Oh my god, I didn't think this through. I want to.
It's okay.
Clearly.
You want to come back?
I want to gossip that this is an atheist game.
Okay. Jesse.
Oh.
I want to gossip that there's not a gossip.
Okay. Writings.
I like to gossip Savant was a demon bluff.
Okay. Ariel.
I'd like to gossip that writings is evil.
Okay. Got it. Messy.
No, it's Victory Bell.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just going around. Victory Bell.
I'm not the gossip.
Is that your gossip that you're not the gossip?
All right.
There you go.
So, if you think of a gossip later and you didn't get it in, feel free to later on. Otherwise, I'll say that nominations are open.
Elise wants to nominate Messi.
Elise wants to nominate.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting for you to try to nominate me.
I'm going to say that
Okay.
based on who else I've talked to, I'm beginning to trust a lot of players. Unfortunately, Messi, you are not in that trust. And you claim to me a role, potentially, that doesn't mind dying.
Oh, what is that role?
I would say.
Okay.
Oh.
Messi B20, what's your defense?
Oh, I thought he was frozen.
I did too.
No, I'm just frozen in just
Disbelief.
disbelief.
The woman was too
I
stunned
believe
to
this.
speak.
I believe this because the next nomination's coming for you, Elise. Anyway, I said that I was the artist, and you can believe me or not believe me because I feel that my role can be particularly game-changing. Yeah, I lied to you, Elise. I told you a role that I'm not.
Well,
Okay.
What did you use your artist ability?
5.
Well, you just said not the artist.
I bluffed it.
Oh, you
I
bluffed it.
bluffed it.
Okay.
I
Okay.
bluffed
So
it.
you bluff that you are the artist?
Yeah, because I didn't think I was gonna be like called out like this, but I should have. I should have known it. I should have. I thought I could like kind
Clocktower.
of. Anyway, do what you guys want. I'm not the artist, but I'm not a demon. I'm not a minion. I'm
Are
actually
you a
really
role
good.
that is fine if we kill, or are you?
No,
All right. With that stated,
Okay.
5
no,
votes to be put on the
I
block.
get good stuff every single day. So,
Oh, wait, not the artist.
yeah, I already told you, VB, which is probably why Elise.
No,
you
but
ran over to your friend Elise over here.
You came out and was
Chatting-
like, "Oh, I'm the artist."
Patting every single. Okay, I nominated Elise.
I nominate Elise.
Oh,
Messi got there first. Messi.
Wow.
VB and Elise have been chatting immediately after every nighttime, probably conspiring together.
Wait, every nighttime. What?
Oh, wow.
After every nighttime, conspiring together. You
It's only
probably
been one
told
night.
Elise what I told you, what my actual role is, and that's probably why Elise wants to get me off so she can get another good demon kill tonight. She has been super sketchy. She's been trying to. She's saying she's the monk, and she's telling everyone she's the monk. And I feel that you would not want to tell every single person in the game that you're a monk unless you want the demon to kill you. That's sus. That's so sus.
All right, at least you've been
Okay.
accused of being sus.
Yeah, well, let's not do the demon's work for them. Like, let's let the demon kill me in the night. I actually think that this is great, because if I'm suspicious, the demon might leave me alive. I can protect more people. I talked to Victory Bell today for the first time, because I protected Victory Bell last night, and I wanted to know who I protected, because my plan to protect Micah fell through, because you guys killed Micah instead. And I will say, Messy, that Victory Bell never outed you, and you actually do have an ally next to you. I don't know for certain what Victory Bell is, and if you're bluffing artist, I don't know what you are either. But I think that I have some trust circles going potentially. I don't think we should do the demon's work for them.
All right, all that being said, here we go.
Trust circles, please. This whole thing is a circle.
I love this. If I die to this, I'm gonna be so excited. The drama.
The drama of being killed.
Oh.
Second call for nominations.
I think Victory Bell would be a good kill. I've already nominated, but that's my other suspicion.
Oh my gosh. They do have a running thing where they're their second person to die. Oh, I guess you'd be the third.
We go back to the noms of the noble? So we got Elise, Ridings, Glenn.
Well, let's not. I mean, if you make too many nominations, it takes away from the Flower Girl's ability, right?
Well, the Flower Girl doesn't get anything with a.
Yeah, it doesn't get anything anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't really get
I think it was only very special for that one time because Elise.
I'm going to nominate Glenn.
Okay, writing nominates Glenn. Yeah, Alex, you took Ghost Boat already. Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Just pulling it out in chats. I missed it when it happened. Writings.
I just find it kind of suspicious that Alex, immediately after being dead, confirms the person who is supposed confirms the person on the same team, what have you. I just find it a little weird. I think it seems more like a vigor piece, and being also in the noble ping. Elise gave me better vibes than Glenn did after a little while, after that whole Alex thing. So, I'm interested in this.
You go ahead. I do not care about Glenn.
All right. Well, I tell you, as the Raven Keeper, if I'm, the usefulness for me is to die at night, and then I can nominate somebody else. So this is kind of a waste of the Raven Keeper, but
but if it's
that
a
might be
vigor game,
something
you
that an
might
evil
be
person
decent.
does.
I think, but
I mean,
also just being an outed evil as a Raven Keeper, you just hang out to the end of the game regardless, right?
If he's evil, I'm the exact person that he would want to execute and not try to kill at night.
Oh, I would think evil wouldn't have a problem killing you anyways, because there's so many people, you're less likely to pick them.
All right, here we
Yeah,
go.
you might be poisoned.
I'll vote on this.
It's a vigor game.
That's true.
Well, you
there's
have
a
to sort of
poisoner,
poison
you're
every
good target.
turn, though. That doesn't make
There's a
sense.
non-zero chance Alex did lie.
I did not lie. I'm a good townsy.
Okay, dope. Any more
Oh, is it
nominations
just
today?
the next day? No, it's every turn.
Yeah.
What?
Is what? What is every turn?
What is every turn? What?
That Glenn might be poisoned if this is a vigor game.
No, then I'd have to get poisoned like every turn.
No. The vigor mortis. If Alex is a minion, then the neighbors might be poisoned. So you and me might be poisoned.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. Well,
Final call for nominations.
Wait,
that
what?
Still wouldn't change
That
knowing
doesn't-
what our
wait,
role
wait,
is.
that doesn't make sense. You're saying the vigor is a demon. I couldn't just do both because I'm not. Because I'd be. The
If
game
Alex
would
was a
be
minion,
lost.
either Victory Bell or Glenn would be poisoned, and then when they try to use their ability or gain info, they would not get anything.
That's not true.
Yeah, but I'm not getting info.
Yes, but if you would die, you would get false info as a Raven Keeper if
I
Alex
would-
poisoned you.
No,
I'm
I
not.
would accuse somebody, and then it's what they are. It has nothing to do with info.
Yes,
Okay,
it is.
Wait,
Let's let's
wait a minute.
That is
Sorry.
info, Glenn.
Hold on one
I'm,
second. Let me pause for a
Alright.
second. What is the question here? I was looking at something else.
Raven Keeper can be poisoned by a Vigor minion, correct?
So yes, if there's a vigor mortis and they killed a minion that's sitting next to a Raven Keeper, and the Raven Keeper was chosen to be poisoned, then if and when that Raven Keeper is killed in the night by the demon, then they would learn false information.
Okay.
Or say they would pick a character and would receive false information. Does that clear it up?
Okay.
Or not just killed by the demon, but it's killed at night. There's a lot of little things you got to keep track of. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Alex, you have
I just
something.
want to clear one thing up. Okay. Hi. I'd like to clear some logic in that I could possibly poison Victory Bell and Glenn, because if the goal is to kill the demon, then I couldn't be the demon. There's only one demon out there that I could poison to, and that's a Vigor Mortis, and we're not doing that. There's only one minion out there who can poison, or a couple, but not both characters, and so I would have to choose that. And honestly, you can go for Glenn. I don't care. I haven't confirmed them as good. I haven't confirmed them as bad. I'm just giving you the facts. Writings, that makes you stop. That's all. Thank you. That's why I probably died.
Okay. The last thing I want to say real fast is make sure everybody's read the Mastermind as well.
Yeah, because the Mastermind can let them.
So just keep in mind, if the demon dies by execution, ending the game, play for one more day. If a player is then executed, their team loses. So I want to make sure that y'all are familiar with the Mastermind as well, because that kind of conversation.
That would be friggin' awesome if Micah was the demon and this was just a mastermind thing.
Okay, final call for nominations. 5, 4.
Maybe we should kill Grady. Just gonna throw some names out there.
Grady.
2,
You never know.
1, and Elise is executed and dies.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Period.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Always these games where there's a lot of players, a lot to keep up with. I nearly thought that they didn't have enough votes to kill, and then I had to go back and check my notes. I'm glad I took down some notes. All right. Yeah, and then I messed up by saying that Alex had used our ghost vote. Momentary lapse of memory that we were in an Oregon Grinder game, and that shouldn't have been known. But, mistakes happen. It's not a huge deal. They would have known it tomorrow anyway. All right. What else is going on? The Amnesiac was on Elise, and Elise just voted for Glenn and Messi, right? Yeah. So let me write that down for my notes. Let's see. I think the procedure is at the end of the Oregon Grinder Day. If anyone uses their ghost vote, you reveal the folks. Ghost vote has been used up. Okay. Cool beans. I appreciate that. Mio, hello? Thank you. Yeah, this is my first time running an Oregon Grinder game too. So I'm learning as we go, but I think we're doing all right. Aphasia learned yesterday that a minion chose a townsfolk and a townsfolk picked the same minion, and Elise did state out loud that she picked Victory Bell. So I wonder, something that I can tell Aphasia at the end of the game, which I think will be interesting. Yes. Oregon Grinder about to die. Oh, okay. Thank you. I was looking for that in the moment, and I couldn't find that token. I'll look for that next time. Oregon Grinder about to die. There it is. Perfect. Thank you. I didn't know if it was keeping up with the number of votes that the person had either, the system, so I wanted to make sure I had the note with the actual number of votes so I could remember that too, because I didn't see that coming up when the circle went around, but I had to pay a little bit more attention next time. Okay, let's go through our night phase. Okie doke.
Hello.
What would you like to do?
I'm a better minion this time. I was kind of coordinating with my team, and
that's good. It's important for a poisoner.
Hopefully the coordinating works, and I will poison Glenn.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Good luck. Hello.
Whoop.
That's all right.
I want to bury my kill tonight.
Okay.
I'm Micah.
Okay, Micah. All right, I'll take care of it. Okay, good luck. So, I think that is in order to hide the gossip kill that Writings was evil. So, Victory Bell thought they were coordinating, but maybe not so much. No, it's tough to choose. I don't know if I necessarily want to. The gossip kill shouldn't go to the poisoned Raven Keeper. That would be not the greatest. I feel like it might have to go to Messy. Because everybody else is learning pretty good information, and this is supposed to be a townsfolk ability, so I want it to... Yeah, I don't want it to go to Glenn. I think Messy is probably the best bet. It's probably the least useful of the townsfolk. And then I'll leave Ariel's ability alive to function one more time. So, yeah, that's my choice, unless y'all think it's, yeah. All right, let's see. So anyway, that's number 3. We'll see how the rest of the night goes. Who's number 4? Oh, it is. So that has been decided. We will say that that goes to Messy. And is there... Yeah, dead. There we go. That is true. That is true, Mayo. Ariel is a relatively new player, so I don't know if she would pick up on that or not. Huh. Let's see what Jesse decides to do, and then we'll decide from there. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, I like Umbrella Academy. I need to catch up on that.
I know, I do too. I've only seen the first season.
So, you learn
Okay.
Messy and Glenn.
Okay.
Please pick a player.
I'm just gonna keep going around. Do writings.
Okay, want to do writings?
Yeah.
All right. You getting a clue yet?
No.
Okay. Just, I'll just tell you, make sure you're paying attention to things. And think about what the clues I've given you already.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good luck.
Okay.
Okay, let me look at y'all's comments here. Arrow getting killed, my signal arrows are good. Killing Messy is what I'm a fan of here. Best for Arrow to get one more nitro gossip. Also, too. Gossip kill writings make it at least seem like the OG and good kill for the town. I don't want to... On a Vigor game, I don't want to take that away from the Vigor if I can. They haven't killed a minion yet on purpose, and I don't want to take that away from them. That might be a little bit overly powerful for the Gossip, but I do... And there's still some powerful townsfolk alive. I think I'm going to stick with my initial thing of Messy, because I think that the Gossip can be helpful, but yeah, the Gossip probably shouldn't last too much longer. All right, so I'm going to stick with Messy for now. But yeah, I appreciate y'all's comments. I think those are all very valid and good things to think about. All right, and finally, Glenn is not going to die tonight, and I think that is everybody. So let's go through to the next day. All right. Good morning, Goblinshire.
Oh, Theo, you're muted.
There we go. Thank you. Trying to control my own volume, what y'all can hear, and then what the stream can hear. Okay. Also, thank you, Alleycat, for the follow. But even more important, I have bad news. I'm afraid Messy did not make it through the night.
Ooh.
I was the general, so I have things to report.
Ooh, let's hear it.
General Messy here to tell y'all off. Okay, so round one.
You're so ready.
Break out the notes, Steve. I break out the notes.
I have the general notes. Round 1. Evil was winning. So we started off the game as Evil was winning, alright?
Like night 1?
Night 1. Like even before, yeah, night 1. Yeah, I guess that would be night 2. Anyway, right when Theo died.
So the first night the general gets information.
Evil is winning. Night 2, good was winning.
No.
What does that mean? I don't know. I wanted to keep it to myself. But people were prying. I was trying to set up a pattern for me to follow. But some people were prying, asking a little bit too many questions. And then they got me killed. I find it very interesting.
Look, we're both dead now, so I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's poetic in some way.
It really
if
is.
I was the artist, I'd be able to appreciate it, but I wasn't. I was a general.
Really?
Man of military action.
I like how it sounds like I wanted to be an artist, but my dad made me go to military school instead. That's the energy it's giving.
There you go.
I got a 1 last night for what that's worth.
For what? What are
Okay.
you?
Oh, the flower girl. We talked about that yesterday too. So the
How
demon
many
voted
times did
once.
demon vote? Yeah.
Oh, but we don't know, so.
How many noms were there? There were
3.
3. Okay.
Who got nominated yesterday?
I did.
Elise.
Messy and Glenn?
Yeah. That's right.
Think that if I just don't think that in the noble pings like a demon would go in immediately. Like I just that might be a little too harsh on the demon. But I don't know how Theo plays either, so I'm not going to try and meta the storyteller. Theo very well could be a good player, and then what if Alex? So if we trust Messi, right, with good winning, what happens if Alex picked Glenn and Aphasia and both of them are evil? I actually got really good vibes of Aphasia. I'll tell you because I think you're my number one ally so far. But Aphasia's claimed Savant, and I just don't think you would bluff as Savant. Like that just seems like a lot of work. So I also have never really played with Aphasia, so I don't know if that's his style or not. But we seem to trust each other, and I want to
believe Ariel's the gossip. I'm not evil. Ariel's gossip was that I was evil.
Now, do we believe Alex's seamstress stuff, saying that Glenn and I are part of the same faction?
No,
I know I'm good.
I think our friend Glenn is a baddie.
So you don't think he's a Ravens keeper?
I don't think he's a Ravens keeper.
Okay. So what do you? So you think Glenn is what, the demon, or just like a minion?
I don't know. I don't know Theo that well. Would he be the type that put a demon in a noble ping?
Not this. Not get out of here. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
possibly.
I mean, also, if in a Fangu world, at any point, if there was a Fangu, any of the people.
Oh, hello. Goodbye.
So I think I'm learning 2 people each time. Hi, I'm telling Alex that I'm the amnesiac and having them help me figure out what's going on.
You choose one person, you chose Elise?
Yes. So night 2, I chose Elise. Last night, I learned Messi and Glenn, and I chose Ridings. I'm just choosing in a circle so I can keep track of who I'm choosing.
That's fair.
But
as an amnesiac, could you have any people's powers? Could you have the demon power or a minion's power or anyone's power?
I could have anyone's power or a completely made up power.
Generally the way the amnesiac works is it's an entirely unique power that's made up for just this game. And usually you will find that, at least I would say, good storytellers would kind of create an amnesiac ability that's relevant to the game being played. So you wouldn't just get a super generic thing that maybe doesn't necessarily even help with the game being played. It should be tailored to the specific game. So
what would help us the most, and then maybe try to think of what my power could be.
It's
what would
usually a
help
pretty
us?
powerful thing.
Could it have to do with people voting, since we don't know who's voting?
I'll let y'all talk.
Yeah.
I don't trust Ridings based upon. Now, I don't think he's the demon, but I do think he's evil based upon the noble calling. So I think I'll nominate him.
Ridings the organ grinder. If I had to guess, I trust Aphasia. Aphasia's in my trust circle at the moment.
Because then it's probably not
information at all.
Right. God, this is so confusing, this gossip nonsense.
We're trying to figure out who the gossip is.
Yep.
Because Ariel claimed it in group chat, but we're trying to decide if Ariel's believable or not.
Maybe I'm overthinking it.
I thought demons had to kill. They can choose not to kill.
Can they
choose
kill
to
a dead
corpse
person
as well? Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, that works for Elise too.
Yeah, but Elise is dead.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, are you ready?
All right, I am ready.
Okay, let me double check to make sure that everything I have for you is correct. Okay. First, either there is exactly one dead evil player, or a demon chose to kill an already dead player exactly one time this game.
What? What? Okay. So there's exactly one evil person dead.
Yep.
Or the demon tried to kill an already dead person once.
Yep. The demon chose to kill an already dead person at least once, or exactly one time this game.
Okay.
All right. You have any questions about that?
Yes. Like, what is it? What?
Okay. About that last one?
Yes.
Okay, so sometimes a demon will choose to target a character that's already dead because they don't want to have it killed that night for whatever reason. And so I'll let you think about the kind of repercussions of why they might do that. But that's my hope for you. I got another chat I have to go to, but
okay, yes.
Wish you luck. Hi.
Hello. Does my power have to do with voting?
Does your power have to do with voting? I will say that you are hot.
Hot, okay. Cool, thank you. I have lots of people requesting me, so I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I will say that, yeah, if you want to guess what your exact power is next time, you might be able to get like a bingo. That's kind of how it works. All right, good luck.
Cool.
I do think Micah's evil, though.
In general or in the game?
Doesn't seem like that doesn't seem
make sense.
like I don't know Micah very well, but it doesn't seem like something he would do to just like pop out right at the beginning and
I
say
know,
something.
that's why I trusted him, but then in the round one it said evil was winning, and the only thing in the game state that changed from round one to round two was that Micah died.
After my demon game, I don't think we can get away with claiming first night information as demon anymore.
Well, no, just like as a minion. I think he's
That's
evil.
fair. That's fair.
I think he's evil because why else would it flip unless we're all drunk? Or
What flipped? Did I miss part of this conversation?
Yeah, because I'm the general.
Oh, right. The
evil was winning, and round two good was winning, and the only thing that changed in the game state was that Micah was dead. I think Micah may have been evil this whole time, and he's just like,
I am.
It doesn't seem like Micah to just do that. That's too bold.
Have we ruled out? Have y'all ruled out Vortex?
You should execute me. I'm evil.
Wait, have y'all ruled out Vortex?
No.
No, we haven't ruled out anything. I don't think.
No, I don't.
No, you never do in this game.
Except that I'm not the demon.
Victor, do you have a question?
It's not that.
If it's a Vortox, Messi's information was flipped.
So
That's true.
I'm going to quickly put out the soapbox here on the street corner for anyone who wants to get up there and gossip to us for a little bit. We'll start with Victory Bell this time.
I want to gossip that there's a drunk in play because no one's talked about outsiders yet.
Okay.
Didn't Grady say that earlier?
Yeah, there was no drunk, is what Grady gossiped.
There was no drunk.
Yeah, but I'm also not the gossip, so.
Yeah, there's only one gossip in the game.
All right, Ariel.
In theory.
I gossip that the demon is a Vortox.
Okay, got it. And writings.
I'd like to gossip that Ariel's not the gossip.
Okay, got it. And Jesse.
I would like to gossip that at least one minion is already dead.
Okay.
Oh.
Got it.
Or do we only have one minion?
Yeah.
No, two. Okay.
Should be two minions. Ariel, did you have something else, or you just have your hand up from the gossip?
Oh, sorry.
No worries. All right, you may continue gossips, but I will open nominations.
Oh boy.
This is tough.
We had to nominate someone.
7 alive, if I counted correctly.
Are we sure all our information is false? No one's gotten anything true.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow, I guess, from the gossip, if that's.
It can't be a Vortex because Messi, your information's true.
No, we don't know that.
We don't know that
Because it told me.
Why would evil
we're
be
winning
on round one?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's weird that
Yeah, that seems weird.
Very.
Yeah, that's what Theo told me. So I figured that okay, this is why I kind of rationalized it in looking at the wiki. I theorized that they had a really powerful combination of demon and minions. For example, like if I'm reading things correctly, if there was a Vortox and a Mastermind, isn't that like a lose-lose situation for good? So there could have been like a situation we could have gotten ourselves in where it could have been really bad. B, that there were a lot of really good players on the evil team, or like really strong players, or like veteran players on the evil team, and see that I'm on the good team, so that's already like a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
But then after we killed Micah on round 2, I received information that the good team is now win, and that was the only thing that changed within the game state, unless Theo is just giving his like personal like bias there, or just also, like more subjective.
It could have been just the opposite, Messy, and we wouldn't know any different.
Okay, so 2 things. If we assume that what you got was true, number 1, it could have been after Alex died, or number 2, it could be because my information was out there. So good has information to work with. Good information.
Yeah, that's true.
Second call for nominations.
I'd like to add that we haven't had a gossip kill yet. So none of the gossips that we've had is true, potentially, and they're not affected by the Vortox. So I can't see true gossip information.
Do we think it's a Fangu game?
Well, one way to eliminate, if the gossip was correct, then we'll find out.
And gossip isn't affected by Vortox, so don't worry about that.
I'm going to throw out there while he is connected.
But
if the gossip
you gotta do nominations.
Correct, then that means that both Elise and Writing are not evil, right?
Okay, but I don't know if the gossip's correct. But yeah, okay, I'm still claiming gossip. Whatever. I have this theory. You know what? I'm gonna say my theory that what if Writings is still the demon? I said as the gossip that they were evil. They decided to sink a kill. That way, Messy would be the only kill that Theo did as the gossip kill to make it correct. That way, there would only be one kill, and then Writings would still be the demon, but it wouldn't. He would have, by not killing anyone, he would confirm himself good, and yeah. But maybe that's overthinking everything.
Oh, I'll even help sell another world. If I was the demon, and let's say I was the Vigor, I kill Messy, you get poisoned, or Victory Bell will get poisoned.
Does the gossip? What happens if the gossip's poisoned?
It doesn't work. It doesn't.
Nobody ever dies then.
Well, then that would just matter tonight, right?
No, it'd matter every night.
But
permanently.
So give me 1 second. Let me go to the people who have their hands raised real fast. Victory Bell.
Oh, I was just gonna say that we need to go into nominations. It's 9:00.
Okay, well we'll move things along. Aphasia.
I'm going to nominations, and I'm going to nominate Writings.
Okay, Aphasia nominates Writings. I will say, everybody, if you have things that you want to get out in the world, feel free to use the text chat. Everybody can see it, and we can also share it on the stream, so that'll help us speed things along a little bit. So feel free to share your theories and everything there. Aphasia, tell us your reasoning.
Okay, I am saying this. I mean, one, you're the noble ping in the beginning. Yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. We know that, right? Might as well, whatever. But I'm going to believe when Alex said that Glenn and I are the same faction, because I know I'm good. I've told people here I am good and given them information. I'm not willing to give it publicly yet, but I feel like Writings is. The Writings is on the wall. There it is. I had to say that at least once this game. I feel like you're taking us in the wrong direction on purpose, and I feel like after talking with you, you're like sussing out Ariel.
Oh no!
Oh,
no.
He rage quit.
You scared him off.
You did it on purpose.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
To be fair, I couldn't hear any more of the accusation after the joke of my name.
Oh, wow.
Aphasia, you want to summarize a little bit?
Yeah, basically, I feel like you're steering us in the wrong direction. The people that you've nominated, that you've told me you think are evil, are Glenn and Ariel, and I'm not getting that vibe from them. So I feel like you're taking us in the wrong direction.
Can I explain why? Because
I was just gonna say, Aphasia, did you want to make
it's your turn.
did you want to make sure that Writings heard your excellent pun?
Oh, I said the writings on the wall.
Okay, yeah, that being out there in the world, Writings.
Fair enough. So the reason why I have my sus of these two, and it actually slightly undermines me, because if we believe Ariel to be the gossip, I should be fine. I didn't no additional death. So
unless the whole poison thing happened.
Yes, the thing I just said. Like, hey,
I'm just said could have happened. Yeah. So I feel like maybe you
I don't
told
know
us
if I would.
Happened. I don't know.
Oh, that would be a twirl my mustache play that I don't.
It really would be.
Here's exactly what happened.
We're gonna move things along.
But what I was trying to say though, I think Glenn. The reason I have a little sus on Glenn, one, noble ping, but two, saying that you're the Raven Keeper day one, similar to what Micah said, is going to potentially just leave him to the end of the game. Where Ariel, her gossips until the last gossip have been very limiting, not giving much information to town if they would actually trigger. Where she could have been saying things like the demon is on an even seat or an odd seat, or the demon has a certain letter in their name. That would have given a lot more information to town about the demon than worrying about who of the noble ping over 3 days gets one potential kill.
Okay. All that being said, it takes 4 votes to be put on the block.
I don't know.
Brilliant.
You just dragged her. Oh my god.
What happened?
Oh my god, just watching Ariel's webcam.
No, I love it. It's great.
Okay. A certain number of votes were cast. Second call.
So...
I guess I'll nominate Glenn.
Okay, Victory Bell nominates Glenn.
I guess staying on the whole noble ping. And yeah, I'm reading what Micah's saying.
Yeah, but you can only get one of.
Yeah, the Raven Keeper is,
so.
It is a good bluff.
Hit me next time, next round.
Okay, Victory Bell, anything else you wanted to add?
You've been saying that each time.
Okay, Glenn, anything else you want to add?
No, I just, again, my power is good if I'm killed at night. I'd say get writing, and frankly, if you want to get me after you get writing, then that's fine too.
All right, here we go.
How evil.
Okay, certain number of votes were cast. Are we talking?
There's some inside joke going on.
There's people saying that they got a liar, liar, pants on fire vibe from Ariel after I just kind of chewed out my defense.
No, I trust Ariel. I just told her she.
Yeah, I mostly trust Ariel, but that reaction, I was just like.
I was laughing because he totally shit on my gossip play. She could have been doing this and this, but instead she was very limiting with her information.
Yeah, that's how you make gossip a good demon bluff. You don't actually make it ping.
I'll save that for next time.
All right.
I got some scathing gossip next time. Just wait.
Final call for nomination.
You're like, I'll be thinking about it all night.
Final call. Gonna call it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there's no execution today.
No.
Oh
no! Oh no!
No, wait, no. It just means it's tied. It means it's tied.
That brings us.
No one dies.
That brings us to night number 4.
Not a vortex.
Yes, it's not a vortex.
Alrighty, that was fun. I enjoyed that. And we made 2 new arch villains tonight between Writings and Ariel, so that should be fun. A little rivalry to watch. Alright, so what do we got tonight? We had not a successful gossip today. Jesse will learn that Writings voted for Glenn, which I think is some pretty good information to have. I'm not really able to follow the chat so well, so I may have missed something in there, I'm not sure. So, let's go through and do our evenings. Hey! How do you think it's going?
Oof. I effed up. I accidentally voted for my minion.
Oh.
I got distracted and then. That's
okay. Keep in mind the organ grinder's ability. Votes for them only count if they vote. So yeah, the organ grinder can only be executed if they choose to be. So it doesn't super matter how you voted there.
Oh, cool.
So just letting you know that. But yeah, what would you like to do tonight?
Wait. I mean, I'm gonna poison Glenn. Hopefully,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. You still coordinating? I'm just asking. I don't know.
No.
Okay, it's hard to. You don't want to be too obvious. Okay, I'll take care of it. Glenn, it is. Good luck.
This
seems to be going pretty good.
They're all wanting me to die in the public chat, but I guess Jesse.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Good luck.
No.
Probably a good save there, because that would have been pretty bad on... would have learned some good information there that Writings was voting for Glenn. Would have probably thrown Writings on the bus, but I don't know. I guess Writings was already kind of throwing a shade against Glenn anyway, but there we go. So far, the Vigor Mortis is staying away from their own minions, which is interesting. I think Writings is bringing a lot of sus in, so that's always good to keep those people alive. But there is some shade getting thrown at Grady, so we'll see how that works out. But with so many evil players alive, can have a lot more vote control. Okay, anyway, 3 Gossip Kill did not happen. The Raven Keeper did not happen, and the Amnesiac is not getting any more information. I do need to think about what I'm going to give my Savant, though. What should we do with Savant? Anybody have some plans? What can we do for tonight? I would say there's no dead evil players, but I already did one thing about evil players. Maybe if you were an empath, you would get a 1. No, because there's a lot. Oh, if you were an empath, you would get a 2? Is that too strong? Because it would be on Grady and Writings. That's pretty strong. But yeah, maybe that is pretty good though. Keeping a Savant unpoisoned and alive this long, they should get powerful information, I say. You would get a 2. Or what's the other one I could give? Y'all help me out there in chat if you can think of something good. I'll be thinking about it as we go through the game. Let's keep things moving, and I'll try to think of something between now and then. But yeah, y'all throw some stuff out there for me. Yeah, I do need something very believable for the other one. So yeah, help me out if you would. Because I want to do that. I want to give them good information because they've survived this long, unpoisoned. They deserve to get something pretty good. I think Grady's already under some pressure, but it also throws pressure onto Writings. I'm up to be convinced that that's a bad idea. But I do think Good might need a little bit of assistance here. But yeah, y'all let me know what you think. We'll keep it fluid as best we can. And we are going into day number 4.
Pretty sure that never happened.
I'd like to nominate Alex.
For being incorrect.
Unfortunately, our Jesse didn't make it through the night.
Oh no, damn it!
No.
Oh.
Oh no.
Well, okay, I have lots of information.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was
Dish.
the amnesiac.
Oh,
I never
okay.
officially figured out what my power was, but it
Yeah.
has to do with voting.
Mm.
Okay, so here's everything that happened. This might be a lot. Feel free to write it down. Night 1, I got to choose one person. I
What's going
chose
on
a
with
fate.
your spacebar?
Yeah, why are you're waving at us?
Oh, your
I know
folder
what's
was
on
on it.
it.
Okay.
Okay, start
Okay.
again.
Night 1, I was asked to choose one person. I chose aphasia. The next day, during the day, I asked. Well, we already know what it has to do with. It has to do with voting. Night 2, I learned Micah and Ridings, and I was then also asked to choose one person, and I chose Elise. Don't know what any of this means yet.
Yeah.
Night 3, I learned Messy and Glenn, and I chose Ridings. And I was able to, the previous day, ask if my power has to do with voting, and I got that I was hot in that.
Okay.
Yes.
I will confirm those are the people I voted on during that day.
Oh. Interesting. So I chose the night that I chose you. The next night, I was given the 2 people you voted on.
I think so.
Ooh. Okay.
that makes sense.
That makes
So that's a little too
for
powerful.
Micah and Ridings, our first one. You remember? Aphasia, did you vote for Micah and Ridings the first vote?
I voted. Who did I vote the first vote?
Did
oh
you
my
kill
god.
Micah?
We might have
killed
voted
Micah after
because we a lot of us.
Oh,
voted for
I
Paige.
did vote Micah. I did vote Micah.
Did you remember if you maybe also voted Ridings?
I honestly cannot remember.
Okay.
Oh,
This is so good.
You get to know
Okay,
who
well,
people voted. Okay.
Is there
you don't get to
in
know
any
anymore,
world,
but that's
can
what it
we
was.
overlap this
All right.
information with what
Okay,
Grady
all right.
knows of Flower Girl?
Yeah, if we had combined that might have been.
That's true.
Well,
what
yeah.
If you are
pings-
the Flower Girl.
I got 2, 1, and 1.
2, 1, and 1.
So yesterday was a 1.
Yeah, yesterday was also
But I
a
didn't
1.
get any information last night, so we don't know.
I can't be
who
the
Ridings
demon.
voted for.
You could still be a
They
minion.
voted twice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Okay. You know,
Well, I tried to
so
help.
it's interesting that you got a 1, but yet we had a tie vote.
So there was 2 1s, like someone voted for you and someone voted for me, and then it just kaputzed.
No,
What?
I'm telling you, the Flower Girl read is the demon only voted for one of us.
Ah.
Oh, okay. So
Which
Right.
means one of you might be evil.
Well, since we were both in the noble ping,
Person.
I mean that makes sense. Yeah.
but I'm the only one that was cleared by a gossip.
Yeah, I'm going with Ariel's theory on that.
theory. I like my
it,
theory.
though.
Well, but
And I don't know. I feel like claiming Flower Girl after the fact that we know there's an organ grinder here is kind of like an easy cop out of saying, "Oh yeah, my power doesn't really do a whole lot." You know? So yeah, that's all I got. I feel like Grady and Writings are demon minion. I don't know who the third minion is. It could be you. Honestly, I could be talking to a minion right now and just sealed my own fate. But you know, that's all I got.
Well, I don't know. For the longest time, I was thinking that you were the amnesiac. I didn't think it was Jesse.
Must be Aphasia. Aphasia's cleansed one.
Oh.
I think we're at the point in the game where like Aphasia is a demon candidate, and if like they die, that's kind of good for us. But like everyone seems to trust Aphasia, so yeah, I Grady's been my number one demon candidate since day one. Like, I still think it might be Grady. I think it's Grady, Victory Bell, and perhaps Ariel. Actually, no, it has to be Writings. I think I trust Ariel. I think that we could have, if it's a Fangu, so it's either Vigor Mortis or Fangu. If it's Fangu, it's either it's Writings is good, and then we have a drunk somewhere. And if it's a Vigor Mortis, Writings is evil, and there's nobody who's drunk.
Right. I mean, I'm leaning.
But
Not a vortex. Well, no,
No,
because the
it
last
can't be
gossip was that it was a vortex.
Yeah, we
It's
know
not a
it's not a
vortex. We
vortex.
figured that
It won't
out.
be a Vortox anyways because no one died yesterday and we're still playing.
Right. We know
So-
that's eliminated.
Oh.
So that would be a
That-
zero
that
anyways.
is
The only
confirmed.
way that would work otherwise would be if
Hey.
a poisoner poisoned the Vortox and they didn't get to kill yesterday and it was actually your gossip that killed Messi.
Cool.
That would have been wild.
Or couldn't it be like your theory, Ariel, that they're still doing it?
I kind of
That they're still sinking kills into like dead people?
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Okay.
I feel like I know what's going on, and I feel like we're about to lose.
Tell me what you think is going on.
Okay, I think that all the evil is still in the game.
Okay.
I believe that the demon killed an already dead person, which was Messi, because of what Writing said is literally what could have happened. So I think that it's Writings, definitely Grady, and I think Victory Bell. I'm believing Ariel at the moment. And unless I can get some ghost votes going on, which, like, I guess now is the time to say something to, like, hey, diss me, we're at the end, so this is what I've learned. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, you ready for your information here?
I am. Hold on, let me get my pen ready. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'm debating between a few things to tell you. Okay, one, there has been a demon change this game.
Oh my god. Okay.
So do you know the ways that could happen in this script?
It's with the Fangu
The
and
Fangu.
the Mastermind?
Fangu and the Pit Hag.
And the Pit Hag, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you were an empath, you would have a 2.
Wait, what?
The empath ability is, you know, how many of your living neighbors are evil. And so if you were an empath, you would know that your 2 living neighbors are evil.
Oh god, oh my living neighbors. Oh god, okay. Alright.
Okay, does that make sense?
Okay. That makes sense.
Okay, good luck.
Alright, thank you.
Good timing.
1 second.
Double jump.
So hard. Oh. Well, what now?
Well, here we are. Well, now, come on, this is
If y'all,
Alex back.
if y'all still want to go,
Alex, nobody was even talking and you were gone. What?
I was just talking to myself. It's what seamsters do. Like they just
There you go.
Taylor talk to myself.
I will say very quickly too. Sometimes, and y'all can discuss strategy on this. Sometimes, if there is still a gossip alive, they will start to be a little bit hesitant about using their ability when the game gets down to just a few people alive, because
Don't wanna
it
just kill
could be a little bit dangerous. But I think that's a strategy that y'all could discuss if you want to, assuming there is a gossip actually in play and alive. So. I will take gossips, but you can gossip anywhere between now and the end of the day. So
I
right,
gossip that there's a drunken play.
All right, Victory Bell gossips drunken play. Got it. Jesse.
I want to gossip that I should be allowed to gossip when I'm dead.
Unfortunately, you are dead and unable to gossip.
And that is not a gossip.
Messy.
The ghosts
I want to
are
gossip that we
here.
all had such a great time and we've learned
Oh
so
my
much
God.
along the way.
It's not about the friends made along the way. It's about winning.
It's about the gossip you made along the way. All right. Feel free to continue gossiping, or nominations are open.
I nominate writings.
All right.
Okay, Ariel nominates writing.
Beat me to it.
I already have my theory. So
Which is?
that whenever I gossiped that writings was evil, it was correct, and instead of getting 2 kills that night, because that would have confirmed it, writings sunk a kill. Messy was the only one killed because the gossip was true, and that is my theory.
You should gossip
Yeah,
again.
that sounds
Right.
right. I like that.
That is a specific accusation. What do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, I mean, it's common for a demon to throw someone else under the bus.
All right.
I have a storyteller question, a rules
Oh
question.
my gosh.
Yes, please.
If I was to use my dead vote on the organ grinder and the organ grinder negates the vote, would I still have my dead vote?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Just used. Yeah.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Okay.
As long as it's
I'm going
related to
to-
writings being on the block.
It 100%
Okay.
is. Because I'm going to reveal who I am. I take off the cloak or whatever. I am the savant. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I be hearing some things, y'all. I've heard a lot of things go on, and thank God I haven't died, because someone said earlier the savant is pretty good information if there's a vortash or whatever. No, not the vortash, the other one. Whatever, right? And I've had some pretty good information. One of the first ones I got was two of my 2 neighbors at the time were Jesse and Elise are good. Okay. I'm like, okay, cool, let's go with that. And then I got some other like weird thing, and I was like, I don't feel like that's right. Got some other
Okay,
things,
so
right?
you're not going to share that one.
'Cause that one I believe not to be true.
What
Okay,
was
that
that?
one I believe not to be true.
What was that?
I know what it was.
God. You
want me
know
to-
what I told you what it was. Yes, tell me what it was.
Yeah, you said it was that. Hold on. You said it was that a first night info person got poisoned. That was your
First
second.
name person
information.
got poisoned. Yes. Okay, there it is.
I had the same.
I don't think anyone got poisoned the first night. I don't think there's a drunk or a poisoner
Ooh.
active, or at least at that point there wasn't. Let me put it like that, okay? I then got some information that it was either there is exactly one evil person dead, or the demon killed an already dead person, which goes with what Ariel just said about seeking a kill into Messy to take us off track, because the gossip was correct, and they killed Messy to make it look like the gossip was incorrect.
The TST.
The piping hot. Okay. Then just now, I got information that the demon has changed in the game, which would take a pit hag and the third one we haven't really talked about.
Fangu.
The Fangu, yes. Yeah. Which I don't think that to be true, because the whole time we thought it was a Vortash, right? But now I think it's a Virgor Mortis, okay? And the second piece of information I got today was my 2 living neighbors are evil.
I knew it.
Ooh,
Which lines it up with
So
which one?
And this whole time, like I said earlier, I feel like writing was taking us off track, saying that, oh yeah, it's Ariel, and like I think I was talking to him, he said Glenn as well, and I'm like, what about the other 2? They really haven't contributed a whole lot either.
To be fair, I haven't talked to him.
Yes, you have. You talked to him night 1. I wrote it down.
I meant since a while back.
We need to run the vote here.
Okay. Anyway, that's all the information I have.
All right, you
and
nailed it.
I think we're overlooking a big. So.
All right. So this is a
Can I have my defense?
You aware
Yeah,
that maybe
writings,
he's
go
being
ahead.
overly sus to draw it from the
I
actual.
would think just one on the defense piece. If true, that last bit of information is really strong to give at this point of the game. Like, super strong. Like, that doesn't sound right to me. But do what you want to do. I don't mind dying. Yeah.
And I will. And I am.
All right. 3 votes to be put on the block. Here we go.
That's a good point, Elise.
Oh my god, I keep forgetting about the text messages. Oh no.
Okay.
I think he's a
A
min.
certain number of votes have been cast.
I can't nominate. Someone nominate for me.
I
I nominate.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Grady.
No, sorry, Jesse. Who were you wanting to nominate?
You?
I'm not doing
Nominate
that.
yourself. You can do it.
Why are you so eager to nominate someone else?
I'm gonna nominate
We're just gonna go with whatever I said.
Grady nominates
You're gonna nominate
aphasia.
me? Okay.
All right. One thing I do want to point out, folks. I believe with these organ grinder hidden votes, I believe you have to control your dead vote. So if you've used it, please don't use it again because you would be able to, I believe.
Yes.
So just be aware of that. Only use your dead vote once. Okay. All right. Now, Grady, state your case.
Okay, so I know I'm not evil. So I don't believe that last one where your 2 neighbors are evil is true.
Lies.
And so,
Lies in the sea.
but if we're going back through all of that, right? We're remembering that Alex had the information that you and Glenn are on the same team, and then we also have still been kind of wondering why Glenn claimed Ravenkeeper so early, because usually if you are the Ravenkeeper, you try to claim like another powerful role, like Monk or something, to get the demon to kill you. So
Monk was already claimed at that point, though.
Well, I was
So that-
accused. I know.
So that seemed a little bit weird, but I mean, you could still claim a different powerful role that
Sure,
people would
yeah.
know you for. That's usually how you play it. So that seemed a little bit weird, and then that would then also correlate with assuming that if the demon didn't sneak a kill, right? And then what was the other one? The other one was that one evil had died. Was that what
Yes.
the other one was that night?
Yeah.
So that would also correlate then with Messi's information of the game swinging from evil winning to good winning, if that was the one that was true. And then assuming Writings is cleared by Ariel's gossip, that would also put Glenn as being the evil one from the Noble Ping. And then on the first night, I got that too from the demon voting twice. And you voted twice, but you were very hesitant to admit that.
I don't remember, honestly. I have
That's easy
peanuts
for
for
me.
brains, so I'm so sorry.
I don't remember if I voted forever.
So all of that makes me feel like you're possibly the demon.
Okay.
Okay. Aphasia.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and defend myself. Thank you so much. I appreciate you thinking I'm the demon, because I would love nothing more than to be evil and kill people in this.
I honestly don't think Aphasia's the demon.
Okay. Gaslight, Geeky Girl Boss are my 3 tenets that I live by in my everyday life. I wish I could do that now, but I can't because I am a good person, okay? I'm the savant. People like me. People trust me. People talk to me. Also, I want to say that... oh my god, I had this whole thing in my head. I literally just forgot peanuts for brains. Oh my gosh.
Aphasia, I trust you, but I think you were I think you may have been poisoned last night.
I don't think I was poisoned. I feel like all the information I've gotten has been truth and
there is a potentially a drunk in play.
Potentially, but has anyone claimed?
No one claims to be the drunk.
Yeah, don't claim to be the drunk,
know.
obviously.
I gotta run this.
I know I'm not evil. I trust all the information that I've gotten, and I've sifted through all the BS and know what is to be true. I feel like Grady coming at me, because now that I've claimed to be the savant, if I live another day, which may not happen, I've had enough information to sow seeds of doubt in everyone's mind, and I think if I get any more information, it's going to take me out now. And so, yeah, I have claimed to be the savant since early in the game with Elise and Jesse, and I've given them all information that I can. So,
all right, we're going to go ahead and run this. And
all right,
number of votes to be put on the block.
Everything.
I won't be spending my dead vote on this one.
Okay. Final call for nominations.
Oh.
Grady.
For
me. I nominate Grady.
Okay. Aphasia nominates Grady. Go for it, Aphasia.
I'm nominating Grady because I feel like the Flower Girl claim after the fact that we know there's an organ grinder is kind of like, oh yeah, now I'm this and my power's not as useful now, but it's kind of useful. It's kind of a smart bluff to have for the demon. You say, I have information, but like not really, because like they're gonna vote anyway. I feel like that's the play that Grady's going for. And my last, gossip, not gossip, things that I heard is that my two neighbors are evil, and I fully believe my two living neighbors are evil. I feel like getting rid of either one is a good thing for us. I'm just going to nominate Grady because I feel like Grady is just gradying about.
All right, Grady, you've been accused of gradying about.
I mean, that seems more like a revenge nom to me. But, no, I mean, so I will say that I'm pretty sure I claimed Flower Girl to Elise early that first round before we had any votes. And then I was also in my 3 for 3 with Glenn when I talked to Glenn that first round. Yeah. So I did give that information before we knew there was an organ grinder. Beyond that, I mean, everything else, I've given my theory about why I think it's aphasia. So that's that.
Okay, here's the vote.
I don't know.
Either way, I'm having a great time.
Me too.
Well, we're glad you're back.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Final countdown in 5.
Wait, what if you could get a second kill, Ariel? It would confirm you.
3.
But it's scary.
2.
Ariel, unmute. Ariel, gossip and unmute.
Please.
Please.
Oh no!
I don't know what to gossip though.
Gossip about anything.
Hold on.
I gossip.
If you want to gossip before I get to 1, raise your hand. 3, 2. Okay. Ariel.
I gossip that all of Aphasia's claims are correct. Can I gossip that? All the things that he said are true.
Or like that he's been getting
Are you saying the statements that Aphasia stated are the ones that Aphasia received?
Okay, I think
or that
so.
Uninhibited.
Ariel. Okay, so.
Why don't you just say?
Okay.
Why don't you tell me which?
I gossip that Grady's evil. I'm scared to do my normal gossip because now it was.
We'll go with that. That's good.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gossiping that Grady's evil.
Okay,
You can also
got it.
gossip really gossip.
Gossip girl.
Okay.
Oh, I could. I could gossip that I'm the gossip. Wait. Oh, can I do that? Is that allowed?
What would that do? That wouldn't do anything. That would just kill someone
just
without
leave
getting
it.
any information.
Oh, you're
Don't do
right.
that.
You're right. I gossip that
Or
Grady's
expand,
evil.
or expand the reasoning that the gossip is not the real gossip.
2, 1, and an execution happens. Writings is executed and dies. And congratulations. Go to Okay. All right. Yeah. Now we have some decisions to make. Let's go through our night and we'll decide on our gossip kill later on. Hello.
Hello. Oh.
Still alive.
I don't know.
You're only alive if you're evil.
Yeah, that's usually what happens.
Yeah,
but it also means that, we don't win.
You don't know
probably
that.
Glenn.
Okay.
I'll do Glenn again.
Got it. Good luck.
I love me a hot shower whenever I want to.
That's
without having to worry about getting.
Okay. It's coming down to it.
Oh. This is not great. How did Writings die? Writings voted for themselves?
Writings can only be executed if Writings votes for himself. I would possibly assume that he was afraid that you would get nominated and maybe get more votes.
Yeah, I know, but that okay. I mean, I think we've lost because that's going to confirm. Oh gosh, unless Victory poisoned Ariel, which I don't know if that's possible. It's down to 3.
So let's see. Right now we have you alive, Aphasia, Ariel, Victory, and Glenn.
Whatever. I'm gonna kill Aphasia.
Okay, I'll take care of it. Oh. Okay. I think we kill Ariel with her own ability. I think that's the only choice here. That'll bring us down to Victory Bell, Glenn, and Grady as our final 3. And I think Glenn's been a little bit shady this whole game, and so is Victory Bell. I think it's kind of a toss-up, to be honest with you. And it's up to Glenn to make the right call. Right? That would be final 3. And I think that's fair. That would confirm Grady being evil, though. But doesn't necessarily confirm him as a demon. If Ariel had said demon, it would be very interesting. But Ariel didn't say that, just evil. So is Grady a minion, or was he the demon? All right, that's got to be what it is. Cool beans. And I think that is all we have for tonight. All right, let's take it to our final day.
Oh, here we go.
You know who did use a real knife?
Return the cereal.
Someone in the night, because
Theo, you're muted.
The suspense is killing us. Theo.
Yes, I want to know if Ariel's gossip is correct.
What I was trying to say is, you know who did use a knife in the night? It was Glenn said a minute ago. The demon did, because Aphasia died in the night.
There you go.
Never die when I reveal who I am.
Ariel died in the night.
Oh no!
The gossip was right.
Grady's
So
evil.
that
Get
means
him.
Grady is
Get
evil.
him.
I think that's it, y'all. I think
That's it.
Yeah.
Grady is evil.
Wow.
Yeah, I nominate
Wasted
myself.
I nominate Grady.
I haven't opened nominations yet, thank you.
Yeah, nomination.
Hang on. How do we know that it's not Victory
Okay, I'm
Bell?
ready.
Yeah, Victory Bell, you never claimed. What's your role?
Fisherman.
Swear to
What was your advice?
Oh, wait a minute.
What did you ask?
I didn't have a chance to. I was gonna do it yesterday, but Aphasia was talking too much.
You can still ask today.
Oh
You can
wow!
Daytime, go
Victory,
ask.
Victory Bell, I do not believe that you went this whole time and not use their fisherman.
I don't know how to use my powers.
Writing is your ability.
No, you did. You did. You told me that you used it. You
that's a
told
good
me.
question, right?
Hi.
We're just gonna dick around for a bit.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah. You want to tell me some things that I can lie about?
Yeah, so, you know.
I'm gonna do execute. Yeah. Okay. I'm good. Thank you.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna execute Glenn.
So what I, gosh, how to frame Glenn?
Yeah, I'm reading the thing. The third box says, you can say execute Jeremy because Jeremy is a drunk and the Undertaker will discover.
Yeah, but I wouldn't give you it's final three, so maybe.
Yeah.
If you say a fisherman who saved their information for the very end of the game, it's almost fair to be able to do that.
Yeah.
To say nominate Glenn, but.
Okay.
I would probably say something like be very skeptical of Aphasia's conclusions.
Oh.
And that might lead you to something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would be a little bit more indirect. That's probably something I would say.
Yeah.
But, you have to choose what you want to bluff as. But I would probably say something along those lines to help you out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to kind of decide. Or I might say nominate Glenn or vote for Glenn,
Hey, for the dead people, the flags means they voted already, right?
Yeah, we need to talk about who's used our ghost vote. So we'll talk about that in the main chat.
Okay.
All right.
There could be a peg.
One thing I do want to talk about real quick is who has used our ghost vote. Because I think I have to trigger that myself. So I believe Messi has and Alex has. And I think that's it. I don't know if I can manually do that. You're back alive. You're dead.
Come here again. Do it.
I don't see a way to do that. So just keep that in mind. I believe Messi and Alex have used their dead votes. Okay.
He's now a zombie. We'd love to see it.
I'll open nominations in a minute.
So who do we think it is?
I'm going with the gossip's information was proven true. So now, is Grady the demon? I'm going to go with that.
A minion.
Is Grady?
I think we have.
I mean,
two evil
writings
alive.
could have been the minion
I
and
caught a
Grady's
fish.
the demon.
Well, didn't Aphasia say
It's a red herring.
What
It
was
says
your
don't trust Glenn.
neighbors were evil?
No, I think that Aphasia was correct and got killed as a result of that.
So then,
Don't trust Glenn.
Victory Bell's acting pretty suspicious too, but
I mean, even if Aphasia
there are
wasn't
two minions
correct,
and one demon. So,
but even if Aphasia
I
wasn't,
feel like I'm being overtalked.
oh,
I
sorry.
said, don't trust Glenn.
yeah, we heard you.
Is that what you fish?
Glenn is talking a lot, throwing a lot of things.
Well, because we got to convict now. I mean, we got to.
All right.
I have a question.
Let me let these two raised hands go through, and then we'll open nominations. Let me go to Micah first, because I heard Micah's hand up first.
Oh, Jesse was up first.
Okay, sorry,
They
Jesse.
had their hand up.
Let's say Grady is the demon. Why wouldn't he sink a kill again so that we wouldn't be sus of him based on Ariel's gossip? Because if he's the demon and he killed someone and we got 2 kills because Ariel's gossip was correct, that makes him even more sus.
Unless there's a mastermind and we just have to get through today and I was right and it was writings and Grady is also evil and he's the mastermind and we just need to nominate and execute someone and then we win, right?
So, mastermind.
We lose if we execute somebody.
If the demon dies if the demon dies by execution, which would otherwise end the game, you play for one more day. If a player is then executed, their team loses. So whoever is executed, their team loses.
So if Grady or Glenn is evil and we execute one of them, the evil loses.
I don't think you have to deal with a mastermind. Because you had 2 deaths last night.
Then we're fine. Because if we execute an evil person, then their
evil
team
would
loses.
lose.
Okay. Yeah. Can I jump in?
Yeah, Mike.
So
two deaths.
Cut 2 things. Number 1, Glenn claims that Aphasia got killed because they're right. That I don't think is a valid defense or a valid statement because Aphasia's the savant. It doesn't matter if they're right. Once they come forward as the savant, that's a good kill for the demon. The other thing is, Ariel has basically confirmed that she's the gossip. And the gossip has cleared writings and Elise. Which means Glenn is evil, according to the Noble Pink.
I disagree. I don't think Glenn is. I think I died because I can get information today if I was alive.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Also, I think that Ariel was correct in saying that Grady is evil, and as per the rules, a player dies. And so, even if the demon killed Ariel, I would still die, and then vice versa.
No,
I just agree with you. I think
if the gossip dies, their power doesn't go off that night.
Yeah, because
they were alive when it was correct, though, right?
No, but in the turn order, you have to wait.
Turn order. If the demon killed the gossip after the gossip made a correct gossip, does it still kill someone?
No, the gossip is dead. There wouldn't trigger anymore.
Correct.
Can the
the gossip would have no effect on the game.
Can the gossip?
What other scenario do we have 2 kills?
So that's why Theo specified that the demon killed Aphasia.
Yes, the gossip can kill themselves.
And the gossip can kill themselves.
Yeah.
So the demon killed me, and then Ariel's correct information got them killed by themselves. She choked on her own tongue while talking about gossip. There it is. That's
too much tea.
So tragic.
Just drank too
much. So much. In my world, Glenn is the demon, and either Belle or Grady is the poisoner. Because I still don't believe your savant information. I trust you, Aphasia, but I don't agree with your savant info. Because I know I'm not evil. Especially if Ariel's piece was correct, I'm not evil.
Who said you were evil? When did that happen?
You said you're living neighbors.
You did.
No, my living neighbors, but you're not my living neighbor.
No, Ryan was at the time.
At the time, I was your living neighbor.
No, it's Grady. Grady's my next neighbor, not you.
But Writing was your other neighbor.
No,
at the time.
you said living neighbor.
Other neighbor. Yes, sorry.
That's why I think. That's why I think you were poisoned that night. Because if you believe Ariel to be the true gossip, I was cleared. I think Glenn is the demon.
I nominate Grady.
Grady nominates Grady. Grady,
Glenn nominates Grady.
Great.
That's what I heard, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Grady, state your case.
You should. I'm evil. You should kill me.
Okay.
Shit.
Grady, do you have a defense to that strong accusation?
No.
It was Glenn that nominated.
It's a robust defense.
No, I nominated myself.
Okay.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go.
I'm stressed.
What?
A real vote.
Use the ghost vote.
I think so. You gotta.
I'm too afraid to.
Oh wait, we don't have the
gotta
meat
do
grinder
it.
anymore.
Because
Writings was the.
I was right.
Aphasia was.
3's enough.
I was correct.
Victory Bell. Victory Bell? Could you please nominate
Glenn?
Hey, I nominate Victory
Glenn.
Bell.
Okay, well, after this, nominate Glenn.
So,
no,
I think that Grady is trying to take one as a minion, and Victory Bell has been hiding quietly as the demon now the whole time. So Grady was evil, so Ariel was right, but Victory Bell, like the previous game we played, just kind of sat quietly, and he's really the demon here.
Okay, Victory Bell, you have a defense?
They could.
Well, I'll never tell.
All right, Victory Bell will never tell.
You're such a piece of shit.
3 to tie.
I want to call out. Wait, what is happening here? Everyone's
We're
voting
tying
for
the vote. That's what's happening.
I'm not tying it.
There it is. There it is. The tie.
Oh, there it is. Oh no, there's a tie.
There's no one on the block. Glenn, would you like to nominate yourself?
I think that might have been it, guys.
No, I nominate Glenn.
Or sorry, yeah, Victory Bell, you want to nominate Glenn? All right, Victory Bell, state your case.
I just don't believe the Raven Master.
Let me fix this first. I have to do it this way.
Hopefully in a few minutes.
I think there's a.
At least you could have voted.
If I voted, Writings drops or Victory Bell drops.
No,
okay.
I don't think there's anything I could have done there.
Victory Bell, sorry, did you want to add something to this?
Nope.
Okay, Glenn.
I rose my hand because you dropped yours, Elise.
All right. I think we've made the argument. Victory Bell is deflecting, and I think he's the demon.
That's good. 3 to tie, 4 to execute.
This is so juicy. Wow.
Gotta believe the ferrets.
I think the evil one.
Wait, what are we?
I'm so correct.
I'm pretty
I think at this point, I can't fix it.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
That said, there are no executions today. The game is over, and congratulations go to the evil team. Whoa, what was I doing? Team.
I did my part. What are you talking about?
I knew it. Oh my god.
I see exactly what happened there.
Well played by Evil. Let's go through our grimoire and reveal what happened. So many places to start. We did have Alex, who was our seamstress, who rightfully used their ability night one and looked at Glenn and Aphasia and learned that Glenn was good and was the Raven Keeper as he claimed. It's a great way to survive to final 3, to out yourself as a Raven Keeper. It's going to keep you alive. And Aphasia was indeed the savant. We can go through some of the savant information if you like.
Yes, please do.
Let's take a look at it. A first night player was poisoned, or both your neighbors are good, and indeed both of your neighbors were good. We had Elise, who was your monk, as Elise stated earlier, and we had Jesse, who was your amnesiac. Jesse, you want to take a stab at what your ability was?
We think that it was whoever I choose, I learn who they voted for.
Bingo!
Yay!
So in a game that has an organ grinder, it can be some pretty valuable information. Very good. Yeah, you learned that. Yeah, was it Aphasia your first pick? Aphasia voted for Micah and Writings. You learned that Elise voted for Messy and Glenn, and you would have learned that Writings had voted for Glenn, but you were killed that night. You would have learned that. So pretty useful information if you can make good use of it. It's a tough one. Then we had Ariel, our gossip, who did have one gossip that triggered. That was indeed taken out on Messy, our general, because the demon did indeed bury a kill that night.
You're so smart.
Ariel
and the demon.
Ariel and I are on the same wavelength. Y'all need to catch up.
I asked the demon to kill me if that gossip ever came up, so then that would hide it in a different way.
But yes, your gossip that was correct was that Writings was evil, and indeed, you probably have figured out Writings was your organ grinder, because once Writings was gone.
I appreciated that none of you commented that you could see your votes on the final day.
We did.
No, I said that. I'll confirm.
You were the organ grinder. Yeah, we were like, oh, it's you.
But Writings did a great job of just keeping attention off of his demon for this entire game, I think, and just made it.
Like I was saying,
all about Writings.
That was my job.
Is it VB?
And yeah, we did have Micah, our noble. I should have gotten you early. Who saw Glenn, Elise, or Writings as evil, and indeed it was Writings there. Our monk protected. Who did you protect there? Oh, you picked Victory
I protected
Bell.
Victory Bell.
Yeah, and so one of the other
that was another piece of information.
So I said, oh, you left out a night that you didn't say.
I did. That's the one I forgot.
Your thing was both the artist and the seamstress have used their abilities, and there was no artist in this game. Or a minion chose a townsfolk, and that townsfolk picked the same minion last night, because our monk protected our minion Victory Bell, the poisoner.
It's
the
great.
same
So it
night.
I'm so mad.
The same night that Victory Bell chose the monk. And Elise did state that.
Useful.
Elise stated that out loud as well. Elise stated out loud that she protected Victory Bell.
About it.
I said it was greedy.
And I did say there was a minion that was protected, so that might have been the final bit of information.
That was it. I forgot
to solve the puzzle, because Grady brought it over the finish line with a strong evil team.
I really, at the end of the day, I was like, when we got to that vote, I really wanted to say evil rise up, because the three of us could tie it on our own.
Yes,
Glenn having their hand up, so upset. I didn't have to say that. So Glenn carried it, so I didn't have to yell at Grady to put his hand up and just.
And I think
I was fairly certain Bell was not going to put their hand down.
Honestly, Grady nominating himself should have been the biggest trigger to us.
Yeah. Oh
so
yeah,
no one else can vote for Grady. So Grady's like, I'm gonna nominate myself. And then the moment I saw Elise hand go up for someone else, I was like, no, Elise, I need your vote for Grady.
Yeah, Grady.
Tell the difference.
Grady getting there
They both seemed
early
evil.
and surprising everybody with the votes being shown up, I think was kind of a shock to everybody. And so this caught everybody by surprise. So I think
Theo,
that
did I fulfill your request? You asked me to look out for Grady.
yeah, I did. And you certainly did a good job of that. Victory Bell, too. What do you have?
On that day that there was no execution, how come?
I didn't vote for
We had a
myself.
tie vote.
Yeah, but does the votes not count when...
There was probably a half dozen people who voted for me, but I don't die as the organ grinder unless I vote for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
but
can check
do
that
those
night.
votes count? And
Which day was
So
it?
when
It
I-
didn't-
the tie?
Yeah, so
It
when I
was-
died, it was because I voted for myself.
Yeah.
It's a
But the
flex.
day that we voted for you and Glenn, it sounded like
there
was
might
no
not have been
execution
enough
because there was a
votes for
tie.
Glenn, too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Was
Yeah,
that what it was?
yeah, that was the night. I think day 3, if I'm not mistaken.
like
The
that.
two people voted nominated were Writings and Glenn. Writings had Jesse, Aphasia, Ariel, Victory Bell, and Glenn voting for them, but did not vote for himself, and so was not executed. And then Glenn only had Writings, Victory Bell, and Grady voting for Glenn, and so there wasn't enough that day.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
needed 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Just the whole
So-
evil team.
Congratulations! I mean, that was a great job by Evil.
That was a that was a photo finish. I thought we
Sweet.
were done when we got Aphasia's. Our neighbors were hurt. Their
Yeah.
neighbors were evil. I was like, oh man,
Really?
Theo ended us. Like that.
Yeah.
that
Yes,
was,
and it was the best
GG.
information I could have gotten. And I said, wait a minute.
I really thought
This
it was
is-
game over.
This is
And
make
then
up for
Ariel
last week
confirmed
when it was
with
down
the
to Ariel.
gossip information.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ariel,
So-
you always have a lot of good information and good
So
kind of inferences.
That was the deciding factor for why I
Thank
killed
you.
myself. Because I was like, if I die, a gossip kill. That's why I was trying to egg Ariel to gossip, and the demon kill will get to a final 3, and that's Grady's best chance to make it through.
That was an awesome game,
Who would
though.
have been executed if Writings hadn't voted for himself that round?
Who would have been executed?
Probably you. Probably
Let me
you.
check. So that was day 4, I guess. Yeah, it would have been you, Grady. You had enough votes to be executed. Writings,
Oh.
Victory Bell.
I saved you.
Wow.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm too smart for my own good.
Good game.
Thank you, everybody. That was
Okay.
an amazing game.
Yeah, it's the close one.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Does anybody have anything they want to plug real fast before we wrap up? Just raise your hand if you
Yes.
want to plug something real fast. Writings.
I'd like to plug your channel. Thank you for having me out and hanging out with all these nice new people. I had a blast. I'm not usually this assertive, but I got tasked a job by the storyteller, so I did it. So thank you for having me. I hope to play with you all again.
Yeah, you were awesome, Writings. You're always welcome to come back and join us. Thank
Welcome.
you. Elise.
Next time.
Hello, good game, everybody. You can find me on YouTube and Twitch at Elixir Elise, and I am so grateful to be able to play with so many wonderful people and meet new people through this wonderful game. Thank you for having us and hosting Theo.
And Elise, you had a cosplay game not too long ago. You want to?
Yes,
Tell us a
you'll
little bit.
see that. We saw Theo dressed as Batman, and it was the most epic Batman
Oh,
cosplay
I
I've
saw
ever
that
seen.
little-
So if you want to see that, you
Oh,
I
Check
wore
it out
that
soon.
cowl for that whole game, and I was so proud of myself.
should go. It's
I wish I had
amazing.
known. I have
Cosplay thing.
I have multiple Red Hood cosplays.
Let's do cosplays here sometime. That sounds fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I got a whole
many.
Jason Todd thing.
Messy.
Hi, I'm SCP-20. I play a lot of Pathfinder games. Tomorrow, hopefully, we're playing our first of a line of Pathfinder Society missions. So definitely hop on in. If any of y'all are interested in joining, just let me know. And we just play a lot of tabletop role-playing games on my channel. So check me out on Twitch or YouTube.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Messy. Aphasia.
Yes, my name is Aphasia Speaks. I am a drag artist, streamer, content creator, general nuisance to the public. You can find me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Aphasia Speaks. I also play D&D with my drag Stream Queen siblings on the Stream Queens channel. That's twitch.tv/Stream Queens. We're playing through Curse of Strahd right now. We're almost at the end, and it's been nothing but fun, queer quirkiness. So if you want to see me play my monk who moonlights as a go-go dancer at a gay bar who has a flying broom that he dances on, come see.
Hell yeah.
So that's every Saturday at noon PST.
Awesome. Thanks, Aphasia. Good to see you back. Please come join us some more.
I will.
Jesse.
I'd like to shout out this channel because we're going to be having some Pathfinder stuff come out right soon that I'm a part of and I'm very excited about. And also, Grady, how dare you kill me? My birthday's tomorrow.
Wow. That was the one request that they had. Don't kill me. It's my birthday tomorrow.
That's true.
Jesse, if it's any consolation, I told Alex I couldn't be the demon because I would have killed you first.
Oh. Oh, I should also mention that Victory Bell, the poisonings that happened, had the Raven Keeper poisoned for the last half of the game, just ready to queue up.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, but then I was like, okay, those are other good kills.
Yeah, they came to me and they're like, I'm going to poison Glenn, go kill him. And then I never did.
I'm trying to think, who else did you had the monk poisoned early on? Yeah, and I think that might have been about it. Night one, yeah. Who was
I poisoned Messy B.
Messy B, yeah. Oh, that's why Messy B got evil the first night. Sorry, as a general, Messy got evil the first night because Messy was poisoned. Also, I forgot to say, Messy was the marionette.
I gotta go.
Alex has their hand up to plug something too.
Sorry, Aphasia, have something else you want to add?
Oh, no, I'm done.
Okay, Alex.
I just want to say that Messy B is not the marionette. Welcome back, Messy. And that playing with you all every Wednesday night mostly clears my face, cures world hunger, and just makes me feel like the world is good again with murder, evil, and like gaslighting. So it's great. Yeah. It's fine.
Sweet. Awesome.
And how dare you, Grady? How dare you kill me first night?
It just shows how much I respect you.
Yep. Alex, you knew it was coming.
I did. I called it. I was just like, I'm gonna use my seamstress ability because I'm gonna probably die first night, and I knew it.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up for the night. Happy St. Patrick's Day this weekend. Please enjoy yourselves. Drink responsibly. And until we see you again, please stay safe, have fun, love each other, and we will see you soon at the Gallant Goblin. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.